Well, good morning, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining us. Well done. Well done. You've made it through
Was
the
that
week.
just for me? Because I needed it today.
Oh, I felt that, man.
Woo, Friday is here. How did we get here?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm
you
good.
okay?
I'm just this much tired. That's not a lot. Just
as my kids would go, this much went all the way around times infinity to the moon and back. It's okay. Whatever state of mind, whatever state of body you find yourself in, we will recharge you. And yes, we're going to officially kickstart the weekend. We got a movie review of something I'm very excited about as a parent. How to Train Your Dragon. Looks amazing. It's gone live action. And while Toothless didn't make it, reptile expert Bjorn Unger is here with a real-life dragon of his own.
Oh, my goodness.
Be terrified.
I think so.
Someone's going to get it
fire?
right. It does.
That's my question.
No, we've got fire retardants in the studio. No, it is going to be a lot scarier than you think, but also a lot cooler than you are aware. So cannot wait for that.
I'm just glad you're going to touch the dragon, not me. Then we're getting Father's Day ready with premium grooming and fragrance gifts to celebrate the men who do it all. Plus the ultimate cozy looks to warm up Dad's fit this long weekend. And we've seen grey in so many great fits today. I wonder what else you can do.
I saw a clothing rail just go past a moment ago. Everything looks absolutely amazing. And then also we are calling on the youth to be local heroes this winter because it's needed. That's the bottom line. And with the Western Cape Blood Services now sharing why blood donation matters now more than ever. And after finding out from Jonathan yesterday, who had been 72 times in his efforts to save his daughter, who is now thriving. Rachel, we love you as well. But he proved to us how simple, easy and painless it is. So hopefully you will go out and donate blood today.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. Clearly a feel-good show that waits for you for the next 3 hours. But we always get started by taking it to the social streets to ask you one very special question.
And of course, we are celebrating our dads today. And we're putting this to you, of course, good morning, because we absolutely love you. We want to celebrate our dads, so we're putting it to you guys to create the platform. Share a pic of your dad, maybe you with them, that father figure in your life, and tell us the best way they've showed up to support you. We'd love to hear about it. You can drop us a voice note, 063-036-9649. At Expresso Show is the handle to use if you want to find us on the socials. Anyway, we want to hear from you. Please share your perspective on this Friday morning. Share some motivation, and we'll do the same for you. And of course, we'll try to keep you informed and empowered as well. I've got those sporting headlines coming up after Carissa handles the news.
Thank you so much, G-Man. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, your national news headlines start off first. Cooperative Governance Minister Velenkosi Hlabisa has declared disaster areas in the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Free State and Western Cape following recent devastating floods. Now, in the Mthatha area alone, 78 people died. Hlabisa confirmed that a national state of disaster was unnecessary as existing legislation allows full-scale intervention across government sectors. Specific release measures will be announced on the 7th of July. President Cyril Ramaphosa will today visit affected communities in the Eastern Cape to assess the damage and show government support for recovery efforts. In other national news, the National Prosecuting Authority has welcomed a Court of Appeal ruling, allowing 7 accused in the Nulane corruption case to be retried. The case involves a 24.9 million rand payment by the Free State Agriculture Department for a bogus feasibility study, with some accused linked to the Gupta family. Although charges were dropped in 2023, a new judge will now oversee the retrial. The NPA says progress meanwhile continues in other state capture cases, with 14.3 billion rand in frozen assets and 8.2 billion rand already recovered. Now let's take a look further afield at your international news making headlines, where Egypt has deported at least 73 foreign nationals who arrived for the global march to Gaza, an international campaign calling for an end to Israel's blockade to the Palestinian territory. Around 100 others await deportation, organizers say. Now, protesters from 80 countries were planning to march to the Rafah crossing, which remains closed on the Gaza side of Israel. Egyptian authorities cited entry violations, while Israel labeled the march a security threat. Egypt is urging international pressure to allow aid through Rafah. Meanwhile, global oil prices hovered around $69 a barrel as tensions soared in the Middle East. The U.S. authorized evacuation of non-essential staff from embassies in Iraq and Bahrain amid fears of escalation. Now, talks with Iran over its nuclear program remain stalled, while concerns grow that Israel could strike Iranian facilities. Iran warned of serious consequences if attacked. Now, President Trump said the U.S. wouldn't allow Iran to obtain nuclear weapons and hinted that the region could become increasingly dangerous. And closing off your first bit of news here in the heart of Pilanesberg, a new chapter in tourism is unfolding as the Bakhatla Bakhafela community brings cultural richness to the region's iconic Sun City Resort and Big Five territory at Pilanesberg National Park. Now, two vibrant new museums now welcome visitors curious about local history, customs and traditional leadership. Heritage tours whisk guests from nearby lodges into the heart of village life, where food, crafts and storytelling take center stage. This growing initiative is building pride, creating jobs and forging deeper connections between people and place. While tourists may come for the Big Five, many are leaving with something even more memorable, a warm sense of belonging and a deep understanding of South Africa's soul. A beautiful, heartwarming way to close up your 6 o'clock news. Let's get into those first sporting headlines with Gray.
Thank you so much, my friend. Oh, how the pendulum swings. Let's start with our Test cricket. And Pat Cummins claimed 6 for 28, reaching 300 Test wickets in the process as the Proteas were skittled out for 138 yesterday, giving Australia a 74-run lead in their first innings. The Proteas hitting back, reducing the Aussies to 73 for 3. I want to see this crease. That was before Alex Carey's vital 43 lifted the total to 144 for 8 by stumps. So Australia leading by 218 after a thrilling second day at Lord's, only on the second day, and of course play resuming at Lord's at 11:30 this morning. Now let's turn to footballing news, and I suppose the writing's been on the wall the entire season. Tottenham Hotspur appointed Thomas Frank as their new head coach, replacing Ange Postecoglou. The 51-year-old Dane joins on a 3-year contract after 6 very successful years at Brentford. So Frank takes over as Spurs and a Spurs team set for a Champions League return, of course, following their Europa League triumph last month, becoming the club's 5th permanent manager in just 6 years. Perhaps he is the right fit, some younger energy there. Now we stay with footballing news, and Kevin De Bruyne has now signed for Napoli on a free transfer. That was after his release from Manchester City. Club president Aurelio De Laurentiis confirmed the move yesterday. The 33-year-old Belgium agreed on a 2-year deal with an option for a third, reuniting with teammate Romelu Lukaku in the process. So De Bruyne leaves City after a glittering decade, including 6 Premier League titles and, of course, the coveted Champions League crown. Now, getting back onto the courts for tennis news, and top seed Zheng Kunwen survived a major scare to defeat McCartney Kessler 6-3, 4-6, 7-5 and reached the Queen's Club quarterfinals. Of course, we're back on grass now. And trading 4-2 in that final set, the Chinese superstar rallied to avoid an upset. She now faces Britain's Emma Raducanu, who cruised past Rebecca Samkova 6-4, 6-1 in a last 8 showdown. And that's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on those headlines again on the top of every hour as we progress. But of course, vitally important ahead of a big weekend that we get the weather sorted. So let's get the latest.
Thanks so much, G-Man. Let's get into that first bit of weather news, where after a weekend marked by intense rain, heavy snow and flooding that led to disaster declarations in 4 provinces, South Africa is heading into a far calmer few days. The South African Weather Service has issued no warnings, offering a welcome break from recent storm-related disruptions. Now, most areas can expect cold to cool conditions, with early morning fog likely in parts of the interior as well as along the coast. While temperatures remain on the lower side, especially in high-lying areas, the absence of severe weather will be a relief to many. Some good news over there, and heading into even better news because we get into our sunrise view of this hour. And this one representing Jozi is from Louise. I love seeing the city of gold look exactly like its namesake. The plants there, also with the sun reflecting against the clouds, is absolutely gorgeous, Louise. Thank you for sharing what this morning looks like through your eyes. Now, you will be rewarded with 17 degrees on your side of town, so do enjoy that on your Friday. For now, though, let's get into your temperatures as you snap away what your morning looks like and send it through to us in 063 036 9649.
And you don't understand. So as you got to see that beautiful sunrise picture, we got a little sound check from the Sipamandla Arts Group.
Sure.
And it was kind of like physically in our studio, the clouds parted and the sun came out and this beautiful energy entered our space. They are sounding exquisite and they haven't even gotten warmed up yet. Cannot wait to introduce you.
Goosebumps under this coat, my
Very,
goodness.
very cool.
We have to get into some more entertainment along the front of how to train a dragon. Zoe and I had a chat about it now, and she said, how have you not watched the original, Carissa? It's fine. I'll watch the live action. That's where I'll catch you.
Can you reverse on YouTube so you can see my judgy eyes turn to you as you...
I don't
you
have
have
kids.
It's okay.
I was also trying to matriculate in 2010. Forgive me, okay?
You are a kid.
I am a kid. We'll get into the live action details of that because she thankfully got to watch it and will give us all the details straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and happy Friday to you. Thank you for choosing us right here, Expresso on S3. I have to tell you about something super special since we're family now. From the heart of Khayelitsha are rising stars of the Sipamandla Arts Group. Now, this school choir formed back in February 2024, so they're just young, but you would never say at Sipamandla Senior Secondary School with talented learners from grades 8 all the way through to grade 11, using music to express, inspire, but definitely most importantly, unite. And joining us and to tell us more about this group are directors and coordinators. We have Mr. Al Philip and also Mr. T. Ramabina. But before we get there, let's have a look at their viral video so you see what I'm talking about. a feel good welcome. Yes, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having us
Of
on this
course.
wonderful show. Thank you so much.
And you know what? You've brought the energy, you've brought the vibes, and you've definitely brought the talent. So let's get into talking a bit more about this. Back in 2024, what inspired the creation of it? Maybe Mr. Philip, I can come to you first.
Okay, thank you so much for having us, and we are very excited to be on this show. In our aim of creating this group, this platform, we wanted to go beyond the culture of teaching and learning in the classroom. We wanted a platform where learners can be able to express themselves, their stories, and be more creative. Even though they in this group, they have values that they learn in order to speak publicly, since they are in the platform of being exposing their talents, acting, music, and drama, and poetry. So they have a platform to bring their talent, their stories through music. It's very wonderful. We are excited for this group.
You're excited, we're excited.
Oh.
They're standing by then. We heard the sound check. It was absolutely incredible. Expresso family, you're not even ready for what's about to come your way. But Mr. Ramabina, maybe you can talk to me a bit more about the process of putting the choir together from grade 8 to grade 11. That's a mix of different people at different stages of their lives. So what was that process like?
It was an exciting process, if I may say, because we initially had hoped to cover the entire school, but then we decided to omit the grade 12s because they
gotta focus.
They gotta focus on and we had to go through auditions so that we select a specific number of learners that we wish we could take every learner, because everyone at school wants to be a part of the group. We even have learners from other schools who wants to be a part of our group. But due to it being a school group, so we decided to keep it in the family.
Sure.
Yes.
And the family's sounding good, let's tell you that much.
Yes.
Mr. Philip, you know, as I scroll through social media, we always are drawn attention to certain things because it goes viral, and especially when big celebrities repost or see certain things. And one of my favorite actors, Viola Davis, came across this video and posted it. So what was that moment like for you?
We're over the moon. We were excited seeing Viola Davis, one of the biggest Hollywood stars, Hollywood actors from the movies that we know, saying even words that it's not about knowing or understanding their language of the lyrics, but it's about the energy that they bring, the storyline, and the goosebumps that you
that
feel
I'm currently
by watching that. It was very exciting, and it excites us to keep doing what we do and posting it on TikTok and other social medias. It's very exciting.
Yes, please do. Keep posting. And then lastly, what does this mean to the learners to be part of something like this? I mean, I spoke about uniting. You spoke about expressing creativity. What does it mean to them?
To them, it means a sense of opportunity in terms of growing as aspiring artists. And also, it also means that developing oneself through public exposure, self-confidence in terms of coordination, team leadership, and peer leadership amongst themselves, because they are a collective, and as we've said, they are a family.
Come on now. And now you're part of our family.
Yes,
so thank you so much for being here. We cannot wait to see this entire performance happen. Yes, they are standing by, but we'll keep you waiting for just that little bit longer, because G-Man standing by was something equally as special.
I'm just thinking, Carissa, we're lucky that we didn't tell them that this is the manifestation station. With a group this talented, they'll be going and winning international talent competitions, I think, over the next year. But you could be winning yourself and winning big. You could become a multimillionaire. In fact, if you play Powerball and Powerball Plus, it's been big lately and it stays there. 42 million rand is our total estimated jackpot this Friday. That is massive. So please don't get left behind. Play your Powerball for an estimated 24 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 18 million rand today. As soon as they open, you can go in-store, you can go online right now. In fact, nationallottery.co.za, you can use their mobile app, you can use your own cell phone banking app, or you can just go old school and dial *120 *7529# and get USSD sent directly to your phone. It's as simple as that. We made it even easier, in fact, by keeping all those deets on the Expresso socials. So please go and check them out. And Panda push or play your Powerball and Powerball Plus for 42 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. You could be hitting it lucky. like we are this morning. My word, we are in store for something absolutely incredible. Carissa, oh, the stage is yours.
Well, the stage is not mine. I'm going to give it up to these guys behind me. They don't even need an introduction, let me tell you. The singing will speak for itself. It's the Supermandla Arts Group bringing you something so incredible. Here's their first performance called Abantu. they say Youth Day, this is the celebration that we've got to get into, because this is the future generation of what this country looks like. Supermanla Arts Group, please give us a bow.
Oh, unbelievable. And I think that has set the tone for the rest of the show. We're going to continue having amazing fun and plugging into that talent after this. We'll see you now. Wow.
Want to unlock the secrets of beauty innovation? Here's your chance to win exclusive tickets to Beauty University 2025. Simply purchase any of the featured L'Oreal products and WhatsApp a photo of your receipt to 081 010 0429. And you could be in attendance at the unforgettable Beauty University, happening on Saturday 28 June in Johannesburg. Competition closes Monday 16 June. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and right now we're going to continue down the avenue of entertainment, because we want you to grab your swords and settle up to your dragons, because How to Train Your Dragon is back, and this time it is soaring onto the big screen in live action. Yes, the fire-breathing magic, the friendship, and the feels all reimagined with real-life Vikings and lifelike dragons. But does it still have that toothless charm that we've known and loved? Well, let's find out. Here's a look at the trailer.
We're all descendants of the finest dragon fighters from everywhere the Vikings ever traveled. These beasts are a threat to all of our lands. It's time, Hiccup.
I have to kill you. I will, because I'm a Viking. Hear that? I'm a Viking! It's okay. I won't hurt you. Maybe they're not as bad as we think they are.
In case you forgot, our parents' war is about to become ours. Figure out which side you're on.
They've killed hundreds of us!
And we've killed thousands of them! Toothless, no! He's a friend! You all need to see this. I'm not one of them.
Wow, you've lost everything. Your father, your tribe, your best friend. What are you gonna do about it?
Probably something stupid.
Well, you've already done that.
It's something crazy. What's up to us?
Us?
Stick with me. All right, bud, you ready? Come on! Here it comes!
Well, there you have it, mic drop. We can close the segment off right now. It looks fantastic. But Zoe Human, our entertainment reporter, joins us to share her thoughts on the film. Zoe, let's get into this. You got to catch me up as well. But we've gone from animation in 2010.
What a year. Hey?
What a year. It's a live action now in 2025. How does it compare? And is it even fair to say that we have to compare?
Listen, I will tell you right now, I don't usually like a live action.
Right.
They are my least favorite of all the movies that come out in the year, especially because I feel like they've been so consistent. There's not a lot new happening for young people. But this is one of the best live actions, if not best live actions I've ever seen.
That's
It is
incredible. That's a bold
amazing.
statement.
I would even take this movie as a standalone. If you told me there was never an animation, I think this movie would achieve what it is set out to
Incredible.
achieve. It's amazing.
Okay, Toothless in real life.
Yes, adorable.
Are we for it? Are we not for it? Also, give us some context, because you just told me something now about Toothless and their breed.
Yes, so Toothless is a night fury, which
Yeah.
basically means he is the most dangerous of all the dragons. Never been seen before. They're in the night sky and they never get caught. He manages to try and trap this creature to kill it, but can't get it done. Hiccup is his name. He's son of the chief, and he's supposed to really rise up and take charge. But in his heart of hearts, he says, no, like, this is not for me. And he begins a very beautiful sort of pet relationship with the Night Fury that is Toothless. So that's the gist, if you haven't seen it, as you have
just
not.
caught me up right now. I mean, it really does look fantastic. I feel like we've come such a long way when it comes to CGI too. I would believe that dragons existed if I saw something like
I mean,
this.
we have a lot of CGI using dragons in the world, like How to Train Your Dragon, you know, all of those things, but it's very adult. I feel like this is one of the first, like, kids dragon movies that I'm obsessed with.
When you went to go see it, were there other adults in the cinema with you?
There were, and they were all laughing. Remember, I was in grade 7 when this movie first came out, so there's a lot of us that grew up with this movie that now have a deep relationship with it. But there was also Hamish in the cinema who was there having his experience. He watched the animation, but he was talking the whole time because he was obsessed with every detail of this movie.
When it comes to details, does it follow the same storyline as the animation?
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, the book originally, because it's based off a book, so it does follow that storyline. You're not going to be having any moments where you're like, "Hi, that wasn't in the original."
Or where is this part
Yes,
that
yes,
I
yes.
really
No.
enjoyed about the movie? Okay, at the heart of the film, the friendship between, like you mentioned, Hiccup and Toothless as well. Is it as emotional as the animation?
It is. I do love it. I think it's a beautiful telling of the story. I think Mason Thames, he's the lead role, 17 years old in real life, so they've kept it pretty right to the age group. Amazing. He does such a good job in really bringing this whole story to life and showing the relationship between him and his daddy as well, Gerard Butler.
Yes, which is special because Gerard also voiced one of the characters, right?
Yes, he was the original
animation.
voice for the animation. So it's a good one. Gerard
full
kills
circle.
it.
Come on, speaking about this, the original animated film had, like we said, some big voice talents, and now we're seeing actors like our Gerard Butler return, but this time in the flesh alongside some exciting new breakout stars. So let's see what he had to say on bringing this live action version to life and whether the chemistry felt as strong on screen as it did in the animation world. Let's have a look.
It's really a special moment. I think when I think back 15 years to having a conversation with Dean, or I got a call, would you want to play this character, his voice? And it was one movie, which became 2 movies, which became 3 movies, a live action, and now we're opening a theme park. So that's kind of a beautiful moment in time for all of us. You know, it just shows, I think, that the world, that this movie has very much become part of the culture and very beloved, and that feels great. there's something about this, you know, wish fulfillment. We all live in this fantasy where you kind of have a best friend, maybe from another realm, or us living in another realm. And I think the messages in the movie, one, it's an incredibly entertaining story of Vikings and dragons. It's funny, it's heartfelt, and I think there's really clever messaging in there that's super positive. That's teaching us about growth and personal discovery and standing up for one's identity, you know, and there's just so many themes. Like, you watch the movie, you're enthralled, you're entertained, and you come out and kind of want to be a better person.
Oh, we love that, Gerard Butler. What a man.
What a sexy man.
What a man.
He just knows how to keep it good.
And he knows how to man really well. All right. So he is the father. But let's talk about some of the... Stoic.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the breakout stars.
So Mason Thames, as I spoke about earlier, but also there's Nico Parker in this that maybe you might have watched in the series The Last of Us, the first episode only, but you know, I won't spoil that for you. But she's amazing. She's so talented. She takes on the role of Astrid. And I think she got a lot of hate in the beginning just because people are like, this isn't the blonde young girl that we were expecting. But I love her as an actor. She's really good. Guess her parent. Guess whose her parents?
I don't know.
Tandy Newton.
No way.
Tandy Newton, yes. And her dad also, he was the director of Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
Okay, very
Yeah, so a little Nepo baby in there for you, but really talented and really cool to see her journey now.
Okay. Oh, all right. Let's get into your rating out of 5. How many dragon breaths does this get?
Dragon breath?
Yes. That's 2. That's 3. 4. I guess 4 out of...
I'll give it 4.5.
4.5 dragon breaths
yeah.
out of 5. What would have given it that extra...
That extra... Oh, that's so difficult.
4 out of 5 is a high rating.
I think it's because I watched it on a very small screen. I think I wanted to watch it on a bigger screen, and I think when I have that experience, because the screen was like, obviously it's for the PR room, so it's like 10 people in a row.
Yeah.
But if I saw it even bigger, next
like
level.
an IMAX experience. Oh my goodness.
Actually, I watched the trailer in IMAX. Breathtaking.
Okay, so
but
there we
I think
go.
It's going to be a great movie for Father's Day. It's the relationship. It's not only the animals, it's father and son relationships as well. So I think it's a good one for your weekend.
Oh, that's beautiful, Zoe. Thank you so much for being here. We love it. We love your dragon breaths too. So whether you're a long-time dragon rider or a brand new Burke like me, How to Train Your Dragon is flying into cinemas this weekend. And it's one wild, fire-breathing adventure you definitely don't want to miss. But here's something that you also don't want to miss out on. Expresso is giving 4 lucky viewers the chance to win a How to Train Your Dragon hamper. Now, this thing is worth 2,300 Rand, and it is so good. To enter, simply head to the competition posts on Expresso's social media, that's Facebook, Instagram, or X, and then answer this question. If you had your own dragon, what would you name it? And what kind of adventures would the two of you go on together? Use that hashtag Expresso in your answer, and that competition closes at midday on this coming Monday, the 16th of June. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. We mentioned dragons. We mentioned real dragons. I personally believe they exist, so let's have a look and see if this can be confirmed or denied.
All right, I'm going to say by my eyes, I can't confirm it, but by the nervous feeling bubbling within my body, I am about to confirm that, yes, dragons are real. We are keeping the dragon magic alive. How to Train Your Dragon looks absolutely amazing, and I love the fact that it's taken flight once again. And while we may not have Toothless in studio, we have got the next best thing, and unfortunately, we don't have Gerard Butler in studio, but we're going to be okay. Joining us is a reptile expert and good friend of our show, Bjorn Unger, and he has brought along one of his incredible monitor lizards, a real-life dragon lookalike. So we're going to find out more about these fascinating, sometimes terrifying, but I think misunderstood creatures, and most importantly, how to take care of them, because they're beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Where did this love affair begin, my friend? How did you get into the reptile game for the uninitiated?
Yeah, so for me, it all started with that a friend of mine got his pet snake. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, my goodness, I didn't even know you're allowed to keep a snake.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So then
maybe your parents had told you something somewhere along the line. No, they're not allowed.
So then I was like researching, okay, where do I get one? I went to the same breeder, and I got a little pink snake. It was a Californian king snake, and a little albino. And then I was reading up on it, which you should do beforehand. And then I was like, oh, my goodness, this snake can actually eat a rattlesnake. And I'm like, that is a cool pet snake. He's totally harmless, but it can eat a rattlesnake. And then I was turning pages in the book, and then I'm seeing like, yo, look at this snake. It's like totally different, how it's built, how it hunts. you know, just keep paging through and like, so there was so much to see, and it just built from there, and the collection just built from there, and it became a full-time profession.
I love the fact I've got so many pictures of my son at the various birthday parties and the amazing experiences you guys tie into with like pythons wrapped around him, monitor lizards, and you've opened his eyes. So thank you for spreading this love and the education. All right, let's spread a little bit of adrenaline, if you will. Now, I can joke about it, but please introduce us to the dragon in the box.
Alrighty, he might be a little bit sleepy. It's a bit early for him. He hasn't got his 12 hours sleep yet.
I feel you, buddy. I feel you. Oh, my goodness.
There we go, boy.
Hi, Guy. Oh, and he's smiling. That is a smile.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's not a lizard smile.
Nice fast tongue flick. He's still nice and warm. Had him on a heat blanket, nice warm bath. So, yeah, he's fairly alert. His name is Lazas.
Lazas.
Yeah, because he's a lazy
Okay,
guy.
I understand what you're saying there. Nori, he's giving me those vibes right now. Now you made him smile. Now that's he's giving me a lizard side eye. Okay, which is, so you've already mentioned a couple of things that have stood out. You've given him warmth.
Yeah.
A nice bath. Talk to me about the conditions that are optimal for this beautiful real-life dragon.
Okay, yeah, so I mean, something like this, you know, needs quite a lot of space and stimulation and things like that. So he actually lives in a large 5-meter pit, and he's got 2 girlfriends who he stays with.
Oh, really?
And like, obviously, his artificial lighting and heating and everything.
Hey,
so
easy, buddy.
We've got, because we're indoors, we've got lights that replicate sunlight with UVA, UVB, and all of that. He is a carnivorous animal, but we only obviously feed frozen thawed animals. It's illegal to feed live prey in South Africa for good reason. And most animals, most of the reptiles take frozen thawed, no problem. So, yeah, lots space, electricity. Yeah, I mean,
that was a right chuckle.
Yeah, my electricity bill is insane. So,
now he's smiling even more, man.
They use a lot of electricity, these guys, for the basking spots.
Having the 2 girlfriends in the space, okay, are we into polygamous relationships? Are they happy to be alone?
His name's Lazas. He doesn't have care in the world.
Exactly. I'm asking all the wrong questions. But is it vital for them to have company if you're going to keep a lizard like this?
No, so obviously a lot of reptiles, not all obviously, but a lot of reptiles are solitary animals. They prefer, you know, just sort of doing their own thing, being alone. So some animals we can keep together. We see how they feel about each other. You can see if they stop eating and stuff, then we'd separate them. So we've got one monitor lizard. She doesn't like any other monitor lizards. Her name's Monster.
Does she get to watch him with the other 2 female monitor lizards all the time?
She stays in the pit next door.
Because I was about to say that might have something to do with it, man.
Rules the roost. Yeah. And then the ones that get along, we keep them together.
Am I allowed to hold him?
Yeah, he gives good hugs, just like burping a baby.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, hello. Hello. Don't touch my microphone, man.
Yeah. So the kids at the birthday parties, we do educational shows. They get to hold Lazas or one of the others. We also got Raptor.
Oh, man. I feel like he's giving me a hug. I doubt that's what he's doing, but it feels like he's giving me a proper little hug with his little...
hug on a little bit, yeah.
Oh, no, you're a strong guy, man.
Yeah, no, they're solid. He's a tank, eh? Wow. He's a rock monitor.
What do you need to be aware of if you're going to, just finally, before we say goodbye to this gorgeous guy, what do you need to be aware of? What's the most important element, I think, when housing certainly something this big and that needs very specific care?
Well, obviously the thing is, you know, first to do the research, understand what you're getting involved in. You know, an animal like this is going to live 15, 20 years. You know, it's not like a hamster or something like that.
It's going to be like 2 years. You're in it for the long haul.
So always do a lot of research, look at the legalities. These animals need to be on permit because it's an indigenous species. Each province has different legislation, so there's a whole lot of things there.
And for good reason, yeah.
Yeah, and then also look at your living situation. You know, do you have a space? Can you make a big indoor and outdoor enclosure that can house something like this? Yeah, a pit or a big indoor-outdoor setup, yeah.
And Dora, you don't have to go as far as organising 2 girlfriends for him, because they are actually quite solitary.
Yeah.
Oh, he's lovely. Carissa, I can see you're dying to get an opportunity.
I'm scared.
or are you just dying? Yeah, good.
Okay, can I feel it first before I commit?
Yeah. Oh, did you? I think
Okay.
And?
Okay.
Do you
How
want
do
me
I
to pass
hold
it
it?
over?
Oh, please. It's actually really sweet. You don't understand.
It's trying to
There we
hold on
go,
to you.
Lou.
He also gives good kisses. Oh, sorry, he only knows French.
You speak French?
Just grab him, just
There
grab
we
him.
go,
There
hold
we
it,
go,
there
then he
we
feels
go.
safe. There we go.
And I can't believe you're doing this. I feel like we've got, I don't know who I should be supporting here. Hey?
Yeah, no, he's solid.
Oh.
He's probably about, he's just trying to
We
hold
have
on,
broken
don't worry.
new ground
Well
on your
done.
Feel Good breakfast show this morning.
Kissy
Oh,
goodbye.
man. One last kiss.
No, thank you.
But listen, buddy. I know how you roll, dude. I know how you roll.
I
You
can't
just
be the
watch
third
him.
girlfriend, please.
I know. No, this already is. Oh, this is it. This is now my day has been made. We are sorted. I love you, man. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
pleasure.
But thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
think it makes a massive impact in their lives as much as
Yeah,
in
yeah, no, I mean, he's a reptile ambassador and, you know, do a lot of educational shows for schools and birthday parties and venomous shows and all that kind of thing.
Oh,
so.
we love him. And he is not toothless. And we love
Definitely
that.
not.
We will see you after the break. Thank you. Lizass, you are a legend, my friend.
Hey, he just licked his lips.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel good breakfast show.
How are you feeling? Are we regretting our decisions this morning?
a little bit.
I'm very proud of you. Hey?
Thank you. That was scary. I thought I was ready until it got on me.
Don't take it personally, Lizazz. You're lovely. You're a beautiful lizard. A
And he was whispering in my ear like I could be number
I
three.
know, yeah. No, don't listen. That's what happened to number 2. Yes, if you missed it, my good friend here held a whole monitor lizard named Lizazz in her arms. It's crazy. I couldn't help rocking it like a baby. It's his little arms. The way
And
he
that's what
grabs you.
convinced me. I'm like, you guys look cuddly. I'll try. No.
Very, very, very impressed. Well, hopefully
you.
that will lead you, that kind of spirit, through winter bravely.
Yes.
Because winter is here. That was
Nice.
the least brave. But it is. That's how you feel. I literally wake up shivering.
Same.
And it's a problem. But Game, don't worry, have got us covered. They are bringing the heat with their Defrost the Cost winter
I like
competition. I like that sound. Yeah.
Well, listen, you could be one of 2 lucky winners to walk away with a 500 Rand game shopping voucher to warm things up this chilly season. I think we're all in need of a bit of that.
Oh, very much so. We don't all have a monitor lizard to cuddle up to at night, so just reply to the competition post on Expresso's socials. Complete this sentence. This winter, I've #got game because ... What are you going to put in there? How have you got game? Because you roll with monitor lizards.
That's all I do, and they definitely are nice to cuddle with. No, I cuddle with my hot water bottle. I think that's an absolute necessity.
Old school, hey?
Yeah, it goes in the bed before I do, and then as soon as I get in, that's like a
And there are
hug.
different shapes of hot water bottles now and different sizes.
You can
get
hold on one.
cute ones for your kids, like a banana
belly.
one. Oh man, stop it. I'm going to fall asleep actually just talking about this. Most importantly, please remember that all-important hashtag #GotGame. Absolutely vital, and to make sure that you're in the running, all the best of luck.
Absolutely. What is your go-to to make sure that you defrost the chill?
My pets. I've got a big fluffy cat about the same size as that monitor lizard, he imprinted on me for some reason, and so he'll come to me at night wherever I am. He'll come and say, and it's like having a mountain lion sleeping on your legs, but it's cuddly, man.
That is so cute.
Can you see? I need animal love, man. I need cuddles from monitor lizards and from lions and everything else that I can find. No, I absolutely love it. Love it.
Okay, if you had 500 Rand right now, I gave it to you, and you went to game, you said, welcome me, what would you take?
I would buy home essentials.
Probably.
That's what I would buy. I would buy toilet paper and home essentials. No, I think people miss the trick there with game. They've got those staples that we need every day absolutely covered.
Definitely.
So it's worth going in there with that kind of mindset. Don't just look for your big ticket items, which you can get at the best prices, but look for the everyday things.
You're such an adult. Personally, I'd buy hot chocolate and biscuits.
Look, I did pack like 37 sachets of hot chocolate to go on a road trip yesterday.
Exactly.
We're going for like 2 days, so I'm a child as well. Well, with 500 Rand at game, you can have whatever fun you want. You could treat yourself or that special person in your life to a heater. You could upgrade your winter bedding, load up the pantry with some beautiful comfort food favorites. So go ahead, Mzansi, show us how you are winning at winter.
Yes, get creative, get sharing, and get your entries in. I think I'm going to go into 2, but I've got my mind on some beautiful hot drinks and rusks. So do you mind if
And you've got a photo to post today that is going to beat all photos, cuddling up with your monitor lizard.
I'm going to go prepare you something.
Go and find Lizaz somewhere. I think he's waiting in the kitchen. So please don't miss out. Entries close Monday the 30th of June. As always, we will get a lot of entries, so make yours absolutely amazing. And you can enter as many times as you like, so jump on it. Remember to complete this sentence. This winter, I've #GotGame because... Give us your answer right there and include the #GotGame in that answer. So get posting and all the best of luck. You can find the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. But that's not all. Game has extended hours in select stores now that we thought we'd have to let you know. So you've got even more time to shop those winter must-haves. And if you want to find them out and what shops you can find those extended hours, head over to game.co.za.
Now, as the colder season does drop in, it's chilly now. Imagine what July is going to look like. We have to get you covered with really delicious treats and some warm drinks. And who better to bring in than our very own Woolies product developer, Kanyisile Mbedu Williams. And she's going to take us through some delicious Dunket options. The Dunket Festival is here. We can't deny it, right?
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. And we've got so many good things to get through. You saw me earlier come and have a peek at this one over here.
Is it your favorite for now?
For now, I need to taste it. But I think it might be because I've never seen something like it. But before we get into this, Kanyisile, tell me a little bit more about what makes Woolies rusks so different.
So what makes our rusks quite different is the fact that it is locally produced, exclusively for Woolies in the heart of the Boerland. And our rusks are made with locally sourced stone ground flour, which is, I think, the best for rusks. And also with our home style range, we've got butter in some of the range, some of the lines, buttermilk as well in there. And with our other lines, you find some inclusions, like in your muesli rusk, you found some nuts and raisins, and all of our packaging is recyclable. So, and we also have an offer for everyone who wants a bit of something. If you want more plain rusk, you've got your buttermilk one.
The classic,
but yes, your classics. But if you want something that's a bit more modern, you like a take on a carrot cake, we've got a carrot and pecan rusk. You know, so that's what sets us apart from the rest of the market.
I love this. Woolies always does it best. Can I ask you, though, the difference between maybe the clear packages and these ones? Is there a difference?
There is a difference. So the one in the clear packages have definitely got buttermilk, but they are both made with stone ground flour. And also in there, you'll find more inclusions in the one in the clear packaging. Yeah.
Okay, well, either way, we've got a spread in front of us. Can I ask you what your favorite is?
You're not allowed to ask that.
Okay, let's first get through the varieties and then we'll warm up to that question. What do we have going here? Because this one is a carrot cake version of a rusk.
Yes.
Unreal.
Unreal. So you've got a carrot cake version, and then right here you've got your buttermilk version.
Wow.
So your buttermilk version, but then also it's got blueberries in there.
Oh,
So
delicious.
it's inspired by a blueberry muffin, so like an offer for breakfast time. And then when you go down, you've got your classic buttermilk, and then this spiced fruit rusk is inspired by a hot cross bun.
Wow. Can I smell it?
Please do smell.
That is a hot cross bun.
It's a hot cross bun.
Oh my goodness. And these ones?
And then these ones are our new offer. So we've got a crunchy inspired rusk. So currently we've got crunchies in our sweet biscuits range. So we decided to just take a play on, current sweet biscuit favorites and translate that into a rusk. And if you see even on the packaging, it actually adopts the same design as our sweet biscuit in crunchy. So you've got your coconut in there, your golden syrup. So it's literally a take on our favorite oat crunchy.
Okay, and then the
lastly, you've got your cranberry and citrus muesli rusk, which is, I think, definitely. You would think citrus in a rusk doesn't work, but it tastes absolutely delicious.
That sounds amazing. Okay, so I'm going to reach for the carrot cake because I'm most curious.
I'll go for the crunchy.
All right, I'll take that's your favorite.
Yes,
okay, there you go. She didn't want to admit it, but I got it out of it. Cheers.
Cheers.
We've got our hot drink going.
So
Let's see.
You dunk it.
You dunk it. You knock that extra off, and then...
So delicious.
Oh, yeah. That is my favorite for sure.
That's your favorite carrot cake. But I mean, you can't have a favorite until you try
all of them.
A bit more of them.
Okay. I'll get one of each, maybe two.
So I mean, and this is the perfect time, because with the Dunkin' Festival, you actually buy two and save 20% on any of our 450 grams in the clear packaging or 500 grams in the fully printed bag lines. So
oh my goodness.
Yeah, perfect time for you to
We're in for
be
a
able
treat.
to try some.
Also, it's Father's Day.
Yay!
We have every reason to get every single one of these flavors, and you need to give into your winter cravings, okay? I'm saying it's all right. With the Woolworths Dunkin' Festival, W Rewards members buy any 2 Woolies coffees and Rusk, and then save 25%, while all customers save 20%. And this offer is valid, like Kanyisile said, until the 22nd of June. Shop the Dunkin' Festival at Woolworths and store online and on the app. And of course, T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Okay, I've tasted that one.
Try that one.
I'll try this one. Just okay.
I'll go with the spice fruit rusk.
Absolutely. Well done.
So good.
See you after the break. I'll keep enjoying these. Oh, the citrus.
Dreaming of the ultimate kitchen glow up? You could win a fully fitted Easy Life kitchen worth 450,000 Rand. Complete with premium Caesar stone countertops and 50,000 Rand installation covered by ABSA. Head to your nearest Easy Life kitchen showroom, scan the QR code, strike a selfie in your favorite kitchen setup, and fill out the in-store entry form. Kitchen dreams made easy. Entries close 30th of June. T's and C's on easylifekitchens.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's just gone 7 o'clock. Let's get into your national news headlines right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, where President Cyril Ramaphosa says Africa is ready to lead the global green hydrogen revolution, highlighting over 52 major hydrogen projects across the continent. Now, speaking at the inaugural Africa Green Hydrogen Summit in Cape Town, he said the initiative could create up to 4 million jobs by 2050. South Africa has already invested 1.5 billion rand in green hydrogen development. Energy leaders, investors and researchers attended the summit, while Minister Josienza Ramakgopa, delivering the opening address, described the energy shift as vital for growth and trade equality. In other national news, Cooperative Governance Minister Vilenkosi Hlabisa has declared disaster areas in the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Free State, as well as the Western Cape, following recent devastating floods. In the Mthatha area alone, 78 people died. Hlabisa confirmed that a national state of disaster was unnecessary, as existing legislation allows full-scale intervention across government sectors. Specific relief measures will be announced on the 7th of July. President Cyril Ramaphosa will today visit affected communities in the Eastern Cape to assess the damage and show government support for recovery efforts. Let's take a look at your international news-making headlines, where an Air India Boeing 787 Dreamliner crashed yesterday moments after taking off from Ahmedabad, killing more than 240 people in what is described as the worst aviation disaster in a decade. The London-bound flight plunged into a medical college hostel during lunchtime, where at least 5 students are feared dead. At least one man seated near an emergency exit is known to have survived and described hearing a loud noise seconds after takeoff. Rescue efforts continue amid hopes of finding more survivors. Now, the aircraft was carrying 242 passengers and crew. Meanwhile, Egypt has deported at least 73 foreign nationals who arrived for the global march to Gaza, an international campaign calling for an end to Israel's blockade of the Palestinian territory. Around 100 others await deportation, organizers say. Now, protesters from 80 countries were planning to march to the Rafah crossing, which remains closed on the Gaza side of Israel. Egyptian authorities cited entry violations, while Israel labeled the march a security threat. Egypt is urging international pressure to allow aid through Rafah. And closing off on a feel-good note, where Dua Lipa is officially engaged to British actor Callum Turner, adding a spark of romance to her already dazzling hair. Now, the couple, who've been together for over a year, are taking the next step with matching excitement and quiet joy. Turner, known for his roles in Fantastic Beasts and Masters of the Air, popped the question with a custom-made ring designed with the help from Lipa's close friends and her sister. Though no wedding date is set, both are soaking up this chapter while juggling busy schedules. Her world tour date ends in December, and he's starring in an upcoming Apple TV sci-fi series. For now, love is definitely the headlining act. So where we leave your 7 o'clock news, let's get those sporting headlines. Here's Graham giving you the latest.
Let's kick it off with, well, the good and the bad news. What a test cricket match we are being treated to, as I suppose we should. It's the big finale. So Pat Cummins stepped up, claiming 6 for 28 and reaching 300 test wickets in the process, as the Proteas were skittled out for 138 yesterday, giving Australia a 74-run lead. But then, of course, the Proteas hit back, reducing the Aussies to 73 for just 7. That was before Alex Carey's vital 43 lifted the total up to 144 for 8 by stumps. So Australia, as it stands, leading by just 218 runs after a thrilling second day at Lord's, only 2 days in. And of course, third day's play resumes at 11:30 this morning. Now, all eyes on the Premier League at the moment, so much moving and shaking. So let's go to North London, where Tottenham Hotspur have appointed Thomas Frank as their new head coach, replacing Ange Postecoglou. So the 51-year-old Dane now joins on a 3-year contract after 6 successful years at Brentford, certainly proving his worth. Now, Frank takes over a Spurs side set for a Champions League return after the Europa League triumph last month, becoming the club's 5th permanent manager in just 6 years. But I think he's going to be a good fit. Now, staying with footballing news, another big move. Kevin De Bruyne has signed for Napoli on a free transfer. That was after his release from Manchester City. Club president Aurelio De Laurentiis, he confirmed the move yesterday. The 33-year-old Belgian agreed on a 2-year deal with an option for a third, reuniting with his old old teammate Romelu Lukaku. So De Bruyne leaves City after a glittering decade, including, get this, 6 Premier League titles and, of course, the coveted Champions League crown. Now, of course, the tennis Grand Slams have been serving it up. And before we get back onto grass for the next big one, we are building up to that. And, of course, we have seen a brilliant performance on grass. Zheng Qinwen surviving a major scare to defeat McCartney Kessler 6-3, 4-6, 7-5 to reach the Queen's Club quarterfinals. So trading 4-2 in that final set, the Chinese superstar, she rallied to avoid a major upset. And as a result, now faces Britain's Emma Raducanu, who cruised past Rebecca Stromkova 6-4, 6-1 in her last 8 showdown. So it's all shaping up on grass now, and we are here for that. Hopefully not too much to report on when it comes to the traffic. Let's head out onto the roads.
Just 2 cities to touch down in, and we start out in Johannesburg when it comes to your roads. In Johannesburg, Gauteng, an accident along the N1 northbound after Golden Highway is resulting in back-to-back traffic. Now, the right lane is affected, so if you're headed that way, please make use of an affected route and stick to the left-hand side of the road. And, of course, drive carefully. Then we move over to the Mother City, where traffic is slow moving on the M5 North Ramp. That's towards the N2 inbound. Delays are expected, so do allow for added travel time. And sticking in Cape Town, but heading out to Mowbray, there's been an accident on the M3 North at the ramp towards the N2 inbound. Now, the right lane is closed, while outbound, the left lane is closed. Minor delays are expected, so stay safe on the roads and make sure that you arrive alive. That is where we leave things there. Let's get into your weather. Good news in your weather news. After a weekend marked by intense rain, heavy snow and flooding that led to disaster declarations in 4 provinces, South Africa is heading into a far calmer few days. The South African Weather Service has issued no warnings, offering a welcomed break from recent storm-related disruptions. Now, most areas can expect cold to cool conditions, with early morning fog likely in parts of the interior and along the coast. While temperatures remain on the lower side, especially in high-lying regions, the absence of severe weather will be a relief to so many of us. Well, let's head into that sunrise view of the hour to celebrate. And when I say a celebration, I mean it for sure. Sumaya out in Wynberg in Cape Town sent the most gorgeous morning view that I've seen in a minute. I keep bragging about KZN, but honestly, the Mother City, you've never looked better. And thank you, Sumaya, for sharing your artistry with us this morning. Definitely setting us on the right note. 21 degrees is the average that you can expect on your side of town. In fact, let's just keep that picture up as we get into the rest of the temperatures. But if you want to try, 0630369649 is the number that you send your pictures on to see if you can compete out Sumaya.
Wow, and actually that's the view I would have woken up to, should I still be waking up right now. Thank you so much for that beautiful photo, Sumaya. That is, of course, Wynberg in the Mother City. The southern suburbs never looked so good. Thank you so much for that. Keep sharing, and we'll keep sharing some vital information. I wish I could share the money directly with you, but you have your chance to win it for yourself. So please jump on board. You could become a multi-millionaire if you play Powerball and Powerball Plus today. There is 42 million rand sitting in that estimated jackpot this Friday, so please don't get left behind. Play your Powerball for an estimated 24 million rand, and then Powerball Plus with that life-changing estimated 18 million rand in the kitty. So get your tickets. You can go in-store with a big smile, lots of good energy. You can go online with still a big smile, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking setup. Normally there's a little drop down there, or you can dial *120 *7529# for USSD. So many ways, just pick one and you do it. And we've kept all those details up on the Expresso social media pages, so please check them out. And Panda, push the play. Powerball and Powerball Plus for 42 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. You could hit it lucky. Now, judging by the smells coming out of our kitchen, we have hit it lucky this morning. What's cooking, my friend?
Oh, you missed an opportunity to say what's cooking good looking. That's me. Well, let's get into what is coming up. We're going to get into something so delicious. Yes, we are using our sunbake rolls to make a sloppy joe like you've never seen it before. I'm talking caramelized onions and also some pulled beef. It's going to be so delicious for breakfast. It's a Friday, so why not? And then we know Father's Day is on Sunday. And let's get into some premium treatment for our fathers and father figures when it comes to grooming and fragrances, because they deserve it. We'll get into all of that goodness straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Let's pamper the dads. Yes, because Father's Day is just around the corner. And sometimes, dads, we don't pamper ourselves. With good reason. We need a little help, someone in our corner. And renowned for crafting products that care for both people and the planet, most importantly, Charlotte Reese has always believed in premium self-care, from fragrances and hair to body washes, moisturizers, those grooming essentials. And over the years, they have evolved into a household name with an ever-expanding collection. Thankfully, thankfully. Now, Roxy Pedro and Marketing Manager Cheryl de Swart, or Roxy is in charge of marketing, and Cheryl de Swart joining you here are bringing probably more premium products in a 1 foot space that I've ever seen in my life. Guys, thank you so much for being here, and good timing, just ahead of Father's Day. As I look at and feel the premium nature of the brand, and that's kind of where you jump off, which is great. You've got to make it accessible, but you've got to keep delivering on that promise of quality. And then you've added extra hoops to jump through in terms of the consciousness that is behind the brand at the moment, and understanding how we all have to play along, or we're not going to have a planet. How do you get this right? Talk me through the core values of this incredible brand.
Okay, so for starters, as you said, all this luxury premium goods squashed together here. We know men don't like too many products. So we've catered.
Exactly. Keep it
we've
simple.
made it simple, we've made it effective and a necessity. So Charlotte Rees has, throughout the years, we've constantly kept with our core values, and that is sustainability.
Brilliant.
We are very big on the kind to you, kind to nature, so vegan and beauty without cruelty accredited, and that's what we stand for. In our men's range, our fragrances, throughout the board.
I like that, because you've made that a baseline. And I
it's
think
our baseline, and that's what we build on.
Even the conviction with which you say it, I absolutely love that. No, because not a lot are in the space that you're playing. And we often make sacrifices and compromises when we really shouldn't. I'm thinking, I kind of feel like and I've got a few of these in my special bathroom, okay? I didn't buy them myself. They were gifted to me by the special woman in my life. But it kind of feels like I'm walking into like a 5-star hotel bathroom every time I do. And that's the vibe here. When it comes to the men's range, how is that kind of ethos exemplified in what's available for the dads?
So, a lot of businessmen travel a lot.
For sure.
Know, hotels, and that is why we decided to incorporate our men's range.
Brilliant.
Because that is what you experience at the hotel. And why not take your experience back home?
I love it. Okay, please don't be nicking stuff from hotels now. No, I absolutely love that, because men don't often do that. We need to kind of be primed to start caring for ourselves. Yeah. And then you use one product once.
And then...
yeah, so there's kind of a before and after. Can we hone in on the fragrances? Because I think that to play in the space, you've got to be a big gun. And you've stepped right in at the highest level. So talk me through the power of these fragrances. What's available for Dad? Can I smell?
Of course you can. Definitely over here, the Victor Eau de Portugal. So when we speak fragrance at Charlotte Rees, we don't only speak scent, but we actually speak fragrance as well. So everything is available in your favorite fragrance, hence our slogan, perfume your world.
Oh, you see.
So whether it's lifestyle, home, we've got it all. And the Eau de Portugal has been specially crafted for men, so you can spray it on your face, even after shaving. It won't create any...
Did you see my chest?
You see?
Did you see my chest
it's just gone all
like
manly.
That, eh?
So Victor's actually got quite a nice story. It's one of our director's grandfather. And so some of the fragrances are named, it's got personal touches to it.
An emotional connection.
It's an emotional connection, and that is why it's a timeless classic.
It's beautiful, because it kind of lands on you, so there's impact immediately, but it's not overpowering. It's not too sweet.
And you can go fragrance layering, because you can use your shower gel, you can have your body lotion, and then top it off with either your Eau de Portugal or an Eau de Toilette.
Is there like a bergamot in there or something? There is something very masculine about the smell. And
Cape grapefruit and pink peppercorns. So you've got a little bit of citrus with that pepper undertone.
That is gorgeous. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm just saying, all right? I might actually just write a little list with little boxes to tick, and my wife can just go through my list. So the grooming essentials, we call them essentials for a reason.
Definitely.
You guys have done a deep dive to find out and make sure you are giving what men need. So what are those essentials? I'm going to try a little bit of the de-stress aftershave balm.
Try a little bit of that, and it's fragrance, and it's very subtle. So it's St. Thomas, speaks of the ocean, which is very Cape Town. And we start with everything. So whether you are a clean shaven and you need your shaving gel with your de-stress aftershave balm to settle the skin after shaving.
Is beautiful.
There's a hair and body wash. As I said, your shaving gel. But then we also go deeper, and if you're wanting to start out with a little bit of stubble, there's a beard oil to make sure that that beard grows out and that the skin is maintained underneath. We do a lube oil so that as your beard's growing, you don't have any bumps.
I like the way the two of you are looking at my face right now. And normally I'd feel really uncomfortable, but I feel like you're unlocking something here for me.
We're unlocking, and we're definitely saying that you need the beard lube. You could do with some beard oil in the morning. So I hope your wife's watching so that she knows she can go to Woolies and get it.
Oh, no, she's become too spoiled with product drops. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. I'm going to say thank you for walking the line that you do, because often we love to hang our hat on that as the big brands that have great kind of position in market, but we don't deliver. And you guys have made that, as I said, your baseline, which is magical.
We stand by our core values from the day we started, and we don't waver.
The quality of the products, we know that they work, but I'm going to say the real magic here is in the fragrance.
Yes,
definitely. My word. And the fact that you can continue from an actual fragrance into the skincare products, into the grooming, you can look good, you can feel good. I feel much better already.
There's so many options as well for you to choose from. So, I mean, guys, you can have fun.
Oh, please. Wives, guys, husbands, partners, everyone out there. Exactly. Day's Father's Day, okay? Stylish, sustainable, and I think you can see how much that means to me, and made for the modern man to feel like that. Oh, that's Charlotte Reese's promise. Absolutely beautiful and delivered upon. So shop the new men's range at Woolworths, in-store, online, or on the app. Don't just wait till you go to a five-star hotel. And please shop Father's Day gifts at Woolies right now and get that 25% off men's grooming, 20% off selected fragrances, and 25% off men's toiletry bags as well. Perfect for a little package. All offers valid up until Monday the 16th of June, so jump on it. But you can do that in store, and I suggest you go and try it for yourself. You can go online, or you can go to their amazing app, and of course the T's and C's apply. Good luck. Ladies, thank you so much. Wow.
All right, aprons on and also focus locked. We're about to get into something so delicious in the kitchen. If you are craving something hearty today or this Father's Day, I've got the perfect meal for you as well. Of course, using a delicious base to have everything being carried on the best vehicle. I've got our Sunbake Vitalife, and we've got a range here from sandwiches all the way through to rolls, and we're getting into something so good. It is all about that pulled beef and caramelized onion combination, and then we're going to top it with some cheese because it's all about that sloppy Joe roll. And it definitely is perfect for any occasion. Breakfast? Yes, please. We'll do it. Graham is going to make his way here too as we started caramelizing some delicious onions that will all go on top of our beautiful Sunbake Vitalife roll. Isn't it good?
Can you smell it?
You know, like in the cartoons when they follow the smell of everything.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like you were doing.
Oh, it's really nice. I was just thinking of the kids' book I read to my kids last night about a different kind of smell that no one liked, and they kept chasing about the room. So I feel really bad for that smell, but I smell amazing right now.
It's good, hey?
And this smells amazing right now.
It's just onions.
Did you just turn into a chef? I turned my back. You have.
Do I look professional?
You start another relationship with a lizard named Lazaz, and you turn into a full-on chef. That
I got to feed my man.
100%. People are going to talk. I'm just saying people are going to talk all the time now, and that's okay. What are we making, girl?
Okay, so we're doing a caramelized onion over here. So, of course, you know we need sugar. To add some brownness, we're going to add balsamic vinegar as well.
A lot of sugar in that in itself.
Yes, exactly. And then we'll add olive oil if needed. Excuse me, but what we need to get into is a caramelized onion as well as pulled beef and cheddar, just to make the maltiness all come together.
Get out of town.
It's so good. We toast the inside of the bun, we toast the outside of the bun, and it's all about our delicious buns.
I like that. Sunbake Vitalife large seeded rolls. It's the texture for me. Okay, low in fat, obviously high in the right kind of fiber that we need.
Yeah.
Right, important. Sorry, I'm ripping this open like a kid,
look
but
how
I
good
am
that
quite
is.
excited.
This is my kind of roll, to be honest. At a restaurant, when they ask me, I'm like, the more seeded, the better.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get my kids to convert, and every now and then I'll sneak it in, and they'll love it, and then they'll see a seed, and they're like, no. I'm like, but that's what you were eating. It's absolutely amazing. What I like about this, it leans into anything. You can dress them up beautifully. That can become a little statement piece, and that's where I think the seed and the composition and the texture really kind of, it's more than just a roll.
100%.
But you can also get it in the bread variant, so you can get scale of economy, get more out of it for your school lunches.
And you know it's good for you, so it's such a great combination. We can toast it, and today the vehicle is going to be carrying our pulled beef and cheese, and this is a vehicle. I mean, look at her. She can hold it. I'm gonna melt some.
Never has that been a compliment before.
She's a vehicle.
Oh, she's a vehicle. I mean,
strong
what
and
kind
heavy.
of vehicle? She's
She's
heavy
strong.
set and she's dependable.
She
I mean, come
is.
on.
I would love
I
if
think you're
somebody
beautiful.
said I'm dependable.
I think you're beautiful, okay?
So Low and Slow is the name of the game here with the onions, but we're going to get
of course,
some
because you've
butter
got
going.
sugar in there, so it can burn. You've got sugar in the onions, and often we burn out things like onions and garlic because of the high sugar content.
I
And we
never really
often
thought of that.
kind of overdo it, especially with garlic. You put it in so early, or you often start with garlic, and by the time you get the meal,
dead.
it's like black. So I'm glad that we're taking it low and slow. And this is a great kind of kitchen hack, eh? We love, and now we toast it off. Oh, look at you.
Just got to toast that off.
go.
We're toasting the inside and the outside of the bun because we can.
Okay.
And then we're also going to put cheese on it. So let's toast it like a, what do you call it? Like a grilled cheese as well.
Do you know what I've been fishing for Father's Day? Is one of those big flat iron grill things like that. Like
Ooh,
a
I know
restaurant thing.
those,
And you can get them
yeah.
now, okay?
I
They'll
think
serve
your kids
specials
are
all over the
listening,
place,
so-
yeah. And I love the idea of creating kind of gourmet toasties and things like this because you can push the boat out. But I'm thinking this caramelized onion recipe, there are so many things that you can use this for. So knowing like one of these is, yeah, melted cheese, it's just cheese, 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 cheese. This is amazing.
Let's see how this is doing.
I really like the idea of our sloppy joe, and that's why the toasting of it helps so much.
So it doesn't get soggy.
Exactly.
No one likes a soggy bottom.
Exactly. And these rolls have got such a beautiful texture to them already. You know, as I always say, lean into that, man.
It's good enough.
Yeah, no, that's perfect for TV
Good enough
land.
for TV. All
Okay,
right.
where does
now
the
we're gonna
layering
layer.
begin?
I would say cheese at the bottom.
Okay.
Because when we close it, we want the glue,
We
right?
want cheese on either side. I hear you. I
Yes.
hear you. How often do you do that? And then you don't have enough cheese on the one side, and then the one
Exactly.
slice is
It's
just
falling
freewheeling all over the
apart.
place. Okay, so I'm going to put.
And then we can go in with our pulled beef.
Okay.
And this is like falling apart. This
It
has been
really
cooked for
is.
hours.
You
Look at
slow
that.
cook. I just slow cook my way through winter. We
Yes.
bought ourselves a rejuvenated slow cooker when I realized our one was older than me. I think I received it from my mother when I left home.
Wow, that's amazing,
Okay, yeah.
eh?
And you know, when you start getting a really special flavor with every meal, you're like,
this
okay, this
wasn't
is like
here
a
before.
12-year-old. But no, there's something really special about waking up in the morning, getting a slow cook going, and then eating that at the end of the day.
Oh, and you can also, I think, make soup in a slow cooker, no?
Soup, stews, a side of beef, and the cheaper cuts of beef as well. So if you get like a silver side or something with nice fat on it,
Yeah.
you leave it for that fat renders down, you get the drippings. Imagine dipping a roll like this, lots of butter into the drippings. Get out of town.
Oh, my stomach just
Get
rumbled.
out.
That sounds amazing.
In fact, you could just dip this roll in the drippings. Okay, and then
Don't
we've got
forget your caramelized
caramelized onion.
onion. And then I know it's got seeds on it, but we can also toast the outside. Or you could put it in the air fryer or the oven. You could broil it on the top.
Put it in your mouth.
You could put it in your mouth. You could put it in the microwave. So incredibly delicious. We also, very importantly, have a competition. So our Expresso viewers can walk away with something. We want you to stand a chance to win 1 of 5 Mr. Price Sports vouchers worth 2,000 Rand each. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and then tell us what your ultimate comfort sandwich combo is. Now, don't forget to use that hashtag #VitaLifeComfortRolls. And the competition closes on the 16th of June. T's and C's, of course, apply. My sous chef working hard. Also, this butcher's working
Do you know how many
overtime.
things? Yeah, exactly. Do you know how many things I ruin, like wraps, especially because I love toasting off a wrap at
Because
the
of
end.
this. We can taste that one on the bread, unless you want to taste your own creation. You can do that too.
I don't mind. I don't mind. This looks great as
Yeah,
well.
that's
So
the
we're going to give
one.
this, excuse me using my hands, but I'm going to just put it on a nice flat
There
surface.
you go. Oh, look at that.
There we go, my friend.
That looks amazing.
Okay, grab.
All right, cheers.
It was like a race to see who could get to it first. Cheers to you, Sloppy Joe.
That's indulgent. It does cause you to dance, doesn't it?
Oh man, now I can say what's cooking. Good looking.
Thank you.
Hey, very, very nice. Absolutely love this
We'll
spice.
see you after this. I'll continue cooking for you.
Want to unlock the secrets of beauty innovation? Here's your chance to win exclusive tickets to Beauty University 2025. Simply purchase any of the featured L'Oreal products and WhatsApp a photo of your receipt to 081 010 0429. And you could be in attendance at the unforgettable Beauty University, happening on Saturday 28 June in Johannesburg. Competition closes Monday 16 June. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. From the kitchen to fashion, it only makes sense. It definitely is a transition that I personally love. And this Father's Day, we're warming up Dad's style because legends don't hibernate, okay? They layer. Think timeless knits, also boots, fleeces that just feel like a hug, and jackets made for an adventure or just headed into the yard for a braai. We've got our stylist Taryn Oppelnal here to help Dad pack like a pro for the long weekend. And it is a long weekend. Weekdays on Monday.
So
we might as
excited.
well enjoy it, and we definitely have to get our dads ready. Welcome back, Taryn.
Thanks. Nice to see you, girl.
Nice to see you. But let's talk about long weekend, especially, I would say, long weekend style. Now, I know some people opt to wear PJs all weekend.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes we want our dads to get out of the PJs and pantoffels into something good.
Yes.
So what are some comfy but good go-to options for them?
So, I mean, this weekend, obviously, we know it's Father's Day. So for anyone gifting their father or father figure, or maybe, you know, the dads just want to look and feel their best, Woolworths is a one-stop shop. It's where you can find everything you need from head to toe for the perfect look. And I feel like your go-to should be something that's grounded with a good foundation, so maybe warm neutrals, some denim, and then adding onto that, so your knitwear and your milks and your browns, all these neutral, warm winter tones, maybe a classic navy. It's all about mixing those textures. You mentioned layering. We spoke about that before. It's playing around with layering as well. And it's just the answer to looking and feeling amazing.
Thanks for coming with solutions. I love this. I'm going to throw the toughest question anyone has ever asked you. Okay, give me your top 3 knitwear pieces that you think should definitely be in our dad's wardrobe this season.
Okay.
Only 3. Only 3.
That's very naughty. But I'll do that for you, and you're going to hold one for me, because
I will definitely hold one.
I was going through all of this earlier, and I just want to point out these 3 specifically for the texture. I'm a huge texture fan. I think it adds so much to your look. It's all about the cable. We've got some rib details. I love a chunky crew neck as well. And then also the roll neck, which is a fan
that
favorite.
might be my favorite. Graham looks great in that one.
It really does.
Yeah.
But also this milk color is pretty big for the season. So yeah, I would say these 3. Love them.
I won't say it's a cop-out because they are great options, Taryn. Such great colors too. Neutrals are definitely the way to go for winter.
I agree. I just think it makes life so much easier.
Agreed, yeah.
And also, you know, it gives you that opportunity to layer with ease, because the colors are not being
too
a factor of a
contrasty.
contrast.
Yeah, I mean, we're already just trying to get warm. Now I still got to think about, does this color go carry the 2 and add no.
Exactly.
All right, from chunky scarves to cozy beanies and also soft accessories.
Yes, which is the bow.
Oh my gosh, what are your top picks when it comes to choosing anything?
So I feel like, you know, your accessories are that little, like I said, that little bow at the end of tying that gift, and the gift is your look.
Yes.
So I feel like it's really, really not important, but I feel like if you're gonna want to have a put together look, is to just finish it off with a good accessory. Yes. So next to you, you've got some really nice soft scarves. Of course, we've got beanies as well. Again, all in these classic neutral colors. And then we cannot forget, besides the soft accessories, your footwear, which is the seal on the deal.
I do like these green
They're great. They are great. And you know what's awesome about these is if you pop these on with just a basic neutral look, it's just the statement that you need. But
without doing too much.
Exactly. But another one of my favorites, which is the classic, is the Chelsea, because this is a great option for smart casual to smarter options, whether you're at work or having a special Father's Day occasion, lunch with the family.
Also, brown is the new black.
Exactly.
Your nails, everything.
It's all about the chocolate. But another thing that also seals your look is a cover-up, and I just want to point out this, which feels like, I don't know, it feels a little bit nostalgic. This little corduroy vibe in a puffer form, which is really, really nice. It's super, super heavy and weighted and really warm. So that's a really great
Very stylish
finisher.
and modern too.
Pardon?
Very stylish and modern too.
Exactly, and also the colours really, really great. We spoke about those neutral tones. Again, another classic, the Melton. This is also a nice finishing touch. So besides your accessories, look to your cover-ups also.
Yeah, layers. We've got layers. And we also have models.
We
so
do.
let's see them on some of our models. One might look familiar, but let's bring in our first look. Oh, I like that.
How cool. Okay, so this is a really great layering exercise going on here. One thing I didn't mention earlier, we spoke about knitwear and we spoke about jackets, but fleece is also a really, really great casual option for the cool dads out there. I love the three-quarter zip. And then underneath, another fleece option.
Just pops out a little bit.
Pops out, it's great for layering. And of course, you can zip that right up and not have anything underneath as well. Finished off with the bomber jacket, because that's cool.
Very
And then a
cool.
retro sneaker, so it just ties everything in.
The
And
sneakers
it
are my
kind of gives it a bit of a
favorite.
90s feel. And then, of course, finished off with a beanie as well. But again, it's all about the coloring, the foundation of the denim with the browns and then the classic navy. You can never go wrong.
And I love the cuff denim as well. It just adds a little detail to the fit.
We must never forget to style.
Thank you. Don't just put your clothes on.
I know. I mean, something as simple as cuffing your denims really
Makes
can
a
change
difference.
everything. So good to point that out.
Thank you. Well, if stylist Taryn Opel says it, then we know we look good. Thank you, sir. You look stunning.
You
10
look
out of 10.
awesome.
Let's see our next look. Who could this be?
I don't know this guy.
The ultimate dad, the cool dad.
Love it.
You look incredible. You look
you.
incredible.
Oh, I love this layer.
I know. Another amazing way to just add some interest to your look is with print. It's so easy.
And it feels like we're leaning into all the cool things that dads love. Flannel, but cool flannel. Okay?
Yeah,
bomber
like
jackets,
last
but
week-
cool bomber
yeah, last
jackets.
week, It's all about the flannel sleepwear. Now, like, turn that into
Exactly,
take it
corduroy,
outside.
but cool corduroy. No,
Exactly.
there is a perfect balance of, as you said, quite modern sensibility, but leaning into some staples that we've loved over the years. And I think for dad, something like this, the stovepipe pants, just there's something a bit retro and very fancy about that. Love the Chelsea boots.
Thank you very
Absolutely
much,
awesome.
Graham.
Yeah, loving
it's
it,
such
man.
a
Thank
great,
you.
it's such a great piece. But I mean, if you look at it, you're wearing like classic tonal bottom with a
You better
fleece
show it
crew,
off.
your puffer jacket. Those are all sort of, I would call them essentials, like your everyday essentials. And then you're adding some interest with the check print.
Amazing.
Finishing off with
The
this
scarf.
You look so cozy. I feel like
I really, I'm going to stay like
Okay,
this.
let's
cozy
bring
for
our
the
other
rest
model
of
back
today.
in.
Absolutely
Y'all can
beautiful.
ooh and ah over our two gents over here. Dad's looking different in great ways. And we want you to step out this long weekend in style, okay? We've given you the inspiration and get 30% off men's sleepwear, slippers, gowns, knitwear, fleece, jackets, coats, beanies, scarves, gloves, everything. Alice. Until the 16th of June. This offer is available in store, online and on their app. T's and C's can be found on woolies.co.za. One more twirl, one more twirl. Yeah.
Happy shopping.
I love boots. I love like loungewear a lot. I love oversized jumpers. With kids, you know, they go around, they play, so I always make sure that, you know, they're durable, they last really long.
All right, so now that we've all cozied up, let's get busy and turn the tide a little bit. This week, the pros at Build It in Jeffreys Bay in the Eastern Cape are going to show us what sets their amazing team apart from the rest. Their go-to product, if you're interested, Plascon's Wall and All range, a heavy hitter. It's tough, it's high-performance paint that's dirt, stain and water resistant, offers double the coverage, in fact, of most paints and goes on with ease. Built for its durability, it's perfect for even the harshest conditions as you might find down in J-Bay. But let's take a look.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Build It Jeffreys Bay in the Eastern Cape.
Build It Jeffreys Bay is a one-stop shop for all your DIY and building project needs. At Build It, we strive to be the best in our business. We offer professional advice, competitive prices and friendly service.
What makes me proud about the store is our customer service, which we go beyond the normal customer service what we give. When you need something, we will get it for you. And then also our stock range, we've got a wide variety of stock, which makes it easier for the DIY and the builder to come and purchase any stock you need by us.
What I always enjoy about retail is I always say where customers become friends and customers keep coming back.
What makes this the best building shop in Jeffreys Bay, I would think, is the service we give and the stock availability, and again, the get what you want when you need it. The Plascon products we sell here, we've got the knowledge to understand the paint, but yet again, if you need a certain paint for a certain thing, we can tell you exactly which Plascon paint to use. And then also the coloring of your paint you need, we can color that in almost any color you can see. My favorite Plascon product is the Wall and All series. It is a dirt, stain and water resistant paint. It covers almost twice what the textured paint covers, and the durability of it is excellent, and it's, like I say, it's easy to use. Well, my DIY tip for you will be a lefty-loosey, righty-tighty.
Build it at Jeffreys Bay? Yes, we can.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon. Together, we've got this.
We do indeed got this, and we've got you all the way through till 9 o'clock. So let's see what is still on the menu when it comes to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We want to make a call out to the youth right now and say that blood donation could really save lives. And we want you to be a local hero in your community and beyond, and make sure that if you qualify, that you will become a blood donor. So we'll get into those details. And then not only that, we have to get back into the kitchen and make something very interesting. It's a baked chocolate, but also pear tart. And there it is on your screen. Very curious how those flavors all come together. And we've got a gorgeous somebody that's going to help us do exactly that. We'll see you straight after this.
The Defender Awards are incredibly important in helping to shine a spotlight on the amazing work of some incredible individuals.
When you are an organization or a team doing something great to get funding of your project, it is really important.
Charities need initiatives like this to make a difference in the work they were involved in.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it is your feel-good breakfast show. Welcome to it, Expresso, right here on S3. Well, a very big good morning to you. Happy Friday. We want to be celebrating our dads from this day onwards, and thanks to them, we get a long weekend too. So share a pic of them and tell us the best way they showed up for you and to support you. That's what we put out to you, Expresso fam. And also say that you can let us know via voice note or on our Expresso social pages. And Raymond definitely understood the assignment, so let's have a listen to what he had to say.
The Expresso show. These are my children and grandchildren who recently visited me in hospital at Mitchells Plain, where I had a 50-50 operation. Currently, right now, I am at Groote Hospital undergoing further treatment. So I was blessed to have my kids with me. I hardly see them. I hardly see my grandchildren. And I just thought I'd share this with you.
Well, thank you so much, Raymond. That was beautiful. And what a blessed man you are. So rich. Look at your wealth all around you, your beautiful, beautiful family. And I'm so glad that they could stand by you through what I can imagine to be quite a tough time. Wishing you all the best with your recovery. Let's move on to Tebogo, who said recently celebrated his 60th birthday, took him for a photo shoot, and he did not disappoint. I absolutely love him and love them. And then we also got a message from Mersha saying, good morning, Mersha. I've never met nor seen my biological father, but this is my uncle, and he played a very important role in my and my brother's lives. Treated us equal to his 3 children, and his was 1 in a million father and grandfather, and the best we could ever ask for. Here's a picture with my son. Although he passed in 1999, we still miss him so much. Isn't that beautiful? And the fact that you'll always hold on and have those memories and those beautiful photos are so incredibly special. So continue sharing your memories with your father and the best moments that you've had with him, and your pictures with us across our social media. You can find us on Facebook or on Instagram, or you could send another voice note like Raymond did on 063 on our WhatsApp line 0369649649. We would love to hear from you as we're celebrating our fathers and father figures in our lives.
Yes, I am going to make it my mission to make Andriette cry today. Andriette Giorgio is here. Mournful is where she is found online, and it is the source of all deliciousness in the world. You're fast becoming like a living legend.
Oh, wow.
In the sweet treat space. I'm just saying, okay?
I will take that.
I know people who know things about the culinary arts. How are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic, thank you. How are you feeling? Are you ready for this?
No, I'm not. I'm very intimidated. I won't lie.
Whenever you've got... It's like we've got 3 things going on here today, and it is quite exciting.
I feel like we've opened up your own shop kitchen here to do this. No, I like the fact that we are tackling something that might scare people, and let's debunk those myths.
Yeah.
So what are we creating? I'm seeing a beautiful base
Yes, we've
set.
got this chocolate tart with poached pear, and we are going to make our own caramel. Now, that does sound very intimidating. I get it.
We can do it, girl. We've got a plan.
What I do love, and I just want to mention it, is the Stork white margarine, which is such a great product to work with. Because if you open it up, let's just see here.
So you've got the nails for it, I think.
It's white. Now, as a baker, especially if you want to do icing, this is fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
because you have to have no color corrections, nothing like that. It really is, because usually butter is yellow.
Yellow, that is so clever.
So now you've got this stunning white product to work with, which I absolutely love. But let's first jump into the most important part, which is going to be our poached pears.
Okay.
So what I love about poaching pears is you can really flavor it the way you'd like, okay? It's quite and it's really easy.
It's a great sounding board for a lot of flavors.
Yeah, it sucks it up. It sucks in the juices. So we've got sugar. We want to make it sweet.
Of course, because it's a dessert.
And we've got some syrup here, but you can use anything you'd like. And we're going to just get that boiling.
I'm thinking like a maple syrup or something that's quite earthy would really work.
Maple syrup. You can use any type of flavoring you'd like. I'm going to just do that, get that in there. And then we've got our pears here. I'm going to keep the skin on for now and just get it in here.
Oh, wow, okay.
But you could definitely take the skin off, because then it will even suck in the more color. You can even use like red wine if you'd like to use, and that will make it very beautiful.
You can imagine, then you up the spice content and you got yourself a Christmas tart.
Whoa,
I like that.
I love the spices idea. Star anise and stunning cinnamon sticks. Got that going. So while that is going, you'll notice we've already melted some gorgeous dark chocolate. over a double boiler.
Okay.
That is just to prevent that it doesn't burn.
So it doesn't split and burn.
I know, this looks so intimidating.
I know, but
it's not.
It's like giving your chocolate a bath, a nice warm bath, a spa day, if you will. Okay? Really,
Okay,
really
so
cool.
what I would like for you to do is, now we can use this measuring. I know not everybody has a scale at home, which is fine, and we need 70 grams. So if you can figure out a 70 gram over there
Can
for
you
me.
see it on the... Can you see the little markers there? So it gives you your 100 gram marker. So we need 70,
Really
which
helps
says
you. The
to
packaging
me kind of
seriously
2/3 of the way through there. I know baking can be an exact science. But
It does help to have a scale. I'm not going to lie,
It
as a
really-
baker, I'm
it
not going to
matters.
go against it, but that is such a great way for home cooks. You know, just if you don't have a scale, that's just an awesome way to know where you're at. You can bring that over here. So we've got
'cause I know you
70.
guys also, you like measure intuitively now. Is this going in
No,
my-
I'd never measure intuitively.
What's
Oops, that is an awesome concept, but it's not true.
You say that, but I see you pick things up and you're like, oh, yeah, that's 324
Yeah,
grams.
okay, we do have competitions in the kitchen to see who can figure out the measuring. We put down the dough, and I'm like, I know that is 130 grams, and we figure it out.
Put some money on it, man. I love that.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to fluff up our eggs.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to let you do it because you've got the muscles.
I'm there for that. I can help in
I'm
whatever
gonna
way.
add, so whisk, whisk, whisk away, and we're going to add our caster sugar. And that's going to help make it super fluffy. While you're doing that, I'm just going to check out my chocolate here. Oh, the butter makes it glossy and beautiful, and also thickens it up.
Oh,
I
man.
absolutely, oh, I mean...
hopefully you are already reaching for the ingredients. If you want to cook along with us, stork.co.za, you will find this recipe and some absolute winter crackers.
Absolutely stunning.
Just imagine this when you walk into your house after a long day, smelling the baking aromas, and
The
you get to
baking
finish your
aromas,
day like that.
absolutely. So
How's
yeah,
that looking?
you're doing well. Let's give it a little bit more of a whisk. I'm going to add some little bit of salt. I'm not going to add all of that. And then
And why do we do that? Why do we add the salt?
salt and sweet is the best. Salt brings out the sweet flavors. It brings out all flavors. I'm a salt girl, even though I'm a baker.
No, you're like the sweetest tooth
Yeah.
on the planet, but
I'm just getting
it's balanced, yeah?
It's balanced. Chocolate loves salt, sweet loves salt.
Okay,
Not
that's
too
starting
much.
to look quite white.
Yeah, that's
right? Nice.
beautiful. I need to just grab a towel here,
Oh, you're
just to
right
make sure.
there. All right, so
gonna
we've got
just
quite a
take
lot to
this
wrap
off.
up in
I know,
our remaining
I know.
kind of minute.
Gosh, it's going too fast.
Oh no, you go and do
So
your thing,
let's-
girl. We're not going to rush genius.
gonna rush
If we need to keep going at this for the next 3 days, I'm here for that. No, it's not a huge amount left to go, but we have created quite a production
Look
line.
at this gorgeous thing.
Oh my goodness, just put it in a tube and eat it. There is no better time to bake from the heart right now. I've got to put this out there. You guys stand a chance to win Yuppie Chef vouchers worth 500 Rand each to get you going on your own baking journey. So simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages. Tell us which winter dish you are most excited to make with Stork this season. Maybe lean into the color element here. I have a feeling that might differentiate you. Don't forget to hashtag Stork Winter Warmth, and that competition closes 16th of June, so not a lot of time, but you can find the T's and C's on expressoshow.com. What's happening next? Okay, how do we tie this all together?
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be tempering the eggs, so adding a little bit of this hot chocolate. You can whisk that for me.
Okay.
And then we're going to add all the chocolate. We're just tempering it to make sure it doesn't scramble. Look how gorgeous that is.
And that's
And
not
now
a
we're adding all of
euphemism.
it.
Like literally, the egg will scramble
It will
if you introduce something that's too hot in there.
Okay, let's do this. I just want to not miss. Oh, sorry, this pot is hot. So
Oh,
I'm
just please be careful with your
there
yourself.
we go. Whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. We got
There we go, there we go, there we go.
It's a team effort,
It really is. I feel like I've joined the mournful team. So we're going to continue with this beautiful creation.
And
wow.
that is gorgeous, yes.
Oh, it looks amazing.
And that's your custard that you're going to be using.
Okay.
your
We're going to
tarts.
take 2 minutes to continue compiling and, yes, possibly taste some of this batter as it goes out. We will continue our baking journey. In just a moment, we'll be making a beautiful poached pear and chocolate tart just in time for winter.
Stunning.
Oh, look at that. Yum. Can I eat it?
Dreaming of the ultimate kitchen glow up? You could win a fully fitted Easy Life kitchen worth 450,000 Rand, complete with premium Caesar stone countertops and 50,000 Rand installation covered by ABSA. Head to your nearest Easy Life Kitchen showroom, scan the QR code, strike a selfie in your favorite kitchen setup, and fill out the in-store entry form. Kitchen dreams made easy. Entries close 30th of June. T's and C's on easylifekitchens.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. June is Youth Month in South Africa, a time to honor the courage and also the contributions of young people, both past and present. But while the youth have always stood up for justice as well as change, there's another quieter revolution that needs their help, and that is blood donation. So today we're joined by Marika Kali, the Public Relations Manager of the Western Cape Blood Services, to unpack the state of blood supply in our province and how the youth can step up and literally save lives. So welcome.
Thank you so much
for being here.
It's lovely being here.
Oh my gosh, I have to get into this conversation immediately because it is Youth Month and there's so many different focuses that pull us in different directions. But why is it such an important time now to address us, but specifically to address the youth in South Africa when it comes to blood donation?
So like you say, it's a perfect time and we are really focusing and honing in on our youth donors. It's really something that you can start at the age, you can start donating at the age of 16.
Right.
And we feel that people starting very young usually continue their donation journey throughout. We know that our Gen Zs really want to make a difference. They want to be part, they want to speak up. And this is just the most amazing way how they can make an extremely tangible difference. Doesn't cost you a cent, half an hour of your time, and you get to save 3 lives.
And you get a cookie and a juice afterwards.
Of
I'm just
course.
saying. I remember in high school, I probably started around 16 too, and we would do these high school drives. I would do it then. Varsity, I would also do it. Now I need to maybe step my game up a little bit, continue down my path of being a local hero. But what is the current stock of blood donation? What is happening there in the current stock of blood that you currently have?
So we always aim to have a 5-day blood stock supply, and we're very, very fortunate. For this cold and the winter, we are actually doing okay. But the only reason why we are doing okay is that people are continuously stepping up. So if people stop donating because they think we're okay, then we're not going to be okay.
Yes.
So winter is really a season and a time where we experience a lot of pressure. People have colds, flus, they can't donate. Weather, let's be honest, is not conducive always if it's raining like cats and dogs in Cape Town. So all these things play a factor and play a role into whether people are coming out to donate, and that we have seen our 5-day supply going to 4 days, going to 3 days. Then we do a media call and people come out. We are...
Sometimes they forget and they're like, oh yes, let me do this.
And I mean, in this month where we celebrate World Blood Donor Day tomorrow and National Blood Donor Month, we are just so fortunate. We celebrate all our heroes and we say thank you to each and every single person helping us getting our blood stocks where it needs to be.
That's beautiful. When it comes to what is required the most, I know you get different blood types. There's A, I think I'm A+, there's B, there's O, negative O positive. So what are you actually looking for the most?
So we need blood of all blood groups.
Okay.
So like you said, there's actually 8 different blood groups.
Oh.
Our O blood groups are more under pressure because they are the universal donor, so it can be given to all other blood groups. So O positive and O negative, when you do get more SMSs or calls from us, there's a big need for it. But we always say the blood group that's most in demand is the one we have the least of.
And there we go.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you though, we often hear 1 unit of blood can save 3 lives, which is such a crazy statistic. So how does the blood get used in hospitals? What happens?
So basically blood gets separated into its key components, which is red blood cells, plasma and platelets. And then each of those components is used for the patient in need. Unless a patient requires, or they've lost lots of blood, they will get a full unit of blood. Otherwise, red blood cells specifically treat anemia, bleeding. We use it in surgeries. Plasma has got amazing antibodies in there, so people with immunodeficiency disorders, they get a lot of plasma. And then our platelets, our cancer patients, people suffering from cancer, going through treatment, chemotherapy, they could require platelets. So yeah, each component absolutely vital and life-saving.
I love that. Okay, well, let's bring it back to the youth right now. If they think I'm not qualified enough to do this, you said 16 obviously is the starting age. What else do they need to know to equip themselves before donating blood?
So basically you need to be between the ages of 16 and 75. You need to weigh 50 kilograms or more. You need to be healthy on the day, live a safe sexual lifestyle, and then we also say please eat and drink something before the time. It's very important to take or increase your fluids before and after donation, and that's as easy as that.
Wow. What if you're afraid of needles, Marco?
Can
what
you
do
please
say?
tell us, and we will journey with you. That's really...
They'll hold your hand.
Absolutely. We'll hold your hand. We will cover your arm if you don't want to see the needle. We will really try and make that journey as amazing as possible for you.
I love that. And I can attest to that. They are so helpful on the ground, making sure that that cookie's waiting for you, but someone's holding your hand throughout. And I think about the idea of, you know, Ubuntu in South Africa. We are literally because of one another, and you can definitely help save so many lives. Like I said, 1 unit saving 3 lives could make such a difference. So make sure that you donate blood today. And yes, that's a call to our youth too. Thank you so much, Marika.
Thank you.
Oh man, I love the fact that right now there are so many South Africans literally alive out there with other South Africans inside them. Like, that is amazing to me that we can do this for each other. So please go and do that. Now, let's get inspired even more right now. On Sunday, the 8th of June, the iconic Comrades Marathon brought thousands together. And of course, Kyle was there on the ground to capture some real passion and purpose.
The sun is slowly rising over Pietermaritzburg because the 2025 Comrades Marathon is officially underway. And let me tell you, the energy in the street is something I have never, ever experienced before. Because this year's down run is 89 kilometers all the way to Durban's People's Park. And this year's particularly special because World Sports Betting are joining the Comrades family as their sports betting partner. Before the gun strikes and we get these guys going on the road, let's chat to a couple of brave participants that are going to be crossing that finish line together. 2025 Comrades are underway. My gentlemen, you guys look like you are prepped and ready. Where are we from today?
We are from Free State, Bloemfontein.
And who are we representing?
We are representing SAPS Striders, Eastern Cape.
Amazing. We're keeping it local here, man. Tell me, guys, what does this run mean to you?
It means a lot to me, my physical well-being, my stuff.
National services. Tell me, how does it feel to do one of the most toughest marathons of the year?
I think it's quite nice because of the vibe and the KZN people, they are always supporting.
I'm back for my third year. First year was pretty terrible with nutrition, and last year I had back issues, so back here just to have a good day.
I came from Poland, but I'm from the U.S., from Dayton, Oregon, small little town. Goal would be a silver medal. That would be my goal, ultimately. I'm not sure if I'm there, but that's my goal.
Anyone here that is dedicating a run to someone special here today?
Yeah, I'm dedicated this to my family.
Yes.
They are supporting me.
This one is for my wife, Norma Bello. I love you, my baby.
I dedicated this race to my family, to my father, who passed on last year, October.
My husband, who's been so supportive and amazing crew, never doubting in me, whatever crazy race I take on. So this is really for him.
2025 Comrades Marathon! From first step to final stretch, we are going to be following these incredible runners all the way to the finish line. Come on, let's go! You guys said that you are fantastically here. You're only here to support all runners, correct?
Previous ones, when they run up to Maritzburg, we're always supporting them there as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Something completely different. Normally, the road, you don't find people on the roads.
Yes, that's great.
So
Great.
to see it like this, very nice.
Okay, my darling, 89 kilometers for the marathon. What is this something that you want to do later on in your life? Did you always want to be a Comrades runner?
Yes, I've always wanted to.
Have you started training yet?
Yes, actually I have. I do cross country every Monday and Friday, 3Ks.
We're at a crucial part right here at the Comrades Marathon 2025, 74 kilometers in. And standing right next to me is Patience Mbebe, the queen of world sports betting, honey, who are now the sports betting partner. Tell me, how does it feel to see the runners sort of push through here?
It's really amazing. It's our first time partnering with the Comrades Marathon. So the energy is really electric. It's such a beautiful experience to see the hard work and sweat literally paying off for these guys.
Why is it so important to get behind such an iconic brand like the Comrades?
You bet with the best when you're with World Sports Betting, but you run with the best when you're with the Comrades Marathon. It just looked like a marriage that makes sense, but also we wanted to make history on our end. So we even created a game that we can bet on who's going to win. So that was really amazing for us. And we joined the Expo this year.
2026, we'll see World Sports Betting making a return. Is there any kind of advice that you have for any runners that kind of want to start training right now for next year's race?
Start training now and give it your all. And I just focus. You can do it. I know that sometimes the nerves really get to them, and that's why the mental part of the whole Comrades and the training months ahead. But at the end of the day, when you are doing it, you've achieved so much just being a part of it.
How does it feel to know that there are going to be a swarm of like 22,000 runners running past you?
Oh, it's crazy, eh? They are all absolutely flipping mad.
Is this like something that you guys just planned to come out today, or are you supporting anyone special?
We have a few runners from our running club that we would like to see, but obviously we would love to see Khada and who the first man is going to be.
This is 74 kilometers in, man. Is there any kind of advice that you would give any runner that made it this far?
Well done. You've done amazingly. Just keep going. Just enjoy the race. Take it slow, and we're here to support you all the way.
Did you guys come here just for the vibes? Is the vibes always really cool here?
We come every year for the vibes.
Okay.
Sit here every year in Carousel. We enjoy ourselves. We support the runners. Yeah, we have a good time.
Okay, so professional spectators, yes?
The best professional spectators.
What an unforgettable day here at the 2025 Comrades Marathon. Every single runner that crossed this race crossed it with motivation and undeniable spirit. And let me tell you, the energy here is something I have never ever experienced before. And a massive shout out to World Sports Betting for allowing us to capture this incredible race. Stay inspired and keep moving forward.
Everybody's dancing, everybody's cheering. Why? Because World Sports Betting have hit the mark. A massive debut as the official betting partner of the Comrades Marathon. I think the biggest and best ultramarathon there is, because all other marathon runners want to run the Comrades. And I love that about the fact that South Africans took it this year, but we worked out that I wouldn't be able to run 1 kilometer as fast as Gerda ran all 89.
Insane.
Just under 4 minutes
She's
per
like
K.
superhuman.
No, she is.
A
And we
different
love her.
breed. I love her and love everybody. Congratulations for even setting yourself up to make it across that line. We're so incredibly proud of you. And we're also proud of the youth of South Africa. And we've got a wonderful showcase coming your way. Fairbairn College is going to perform for us in celebration of Youth Month.
And then the Artscape, 22 years we've been celebrating musical mentorship when it comes to young jazz stars. We'll get into that journey after this.
Feeling blocked and stuffy? Don't let sinus pressure slow you down. Break free with Expugen, your go-to for fast relief this winter. Breathe easier, feel better, get back to being you. And how about 2,000 Rand cash to brighten your week? Just answer the weekly question on Expresso's social pages using hashtag #AdcocOTC Winter to enter. Entries close this Sunday. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we are still celebrating the youth of Mzansi right here. Listen, the Artscape Youth Jazz Series is back, celebrating 22 years of shaping South Africa's future jazz stars, and they definitely are some superstars. Directed by UCT's Amanda Tiffin, this year's showcase features 14 standout young soloists and top school jazz bands, all mentored by some of the country's finest musicians. What a beautiful collaboration. And here to give us more insight is CEO of Artscape, Dr. Marlene Roux, and also Mr. Hugo Smuts, who is the Senior Education Specialist, as well as FET Music for the Western Cape Department of Education. So please help me in giving them a feel-good welcome. Lovely. Even the students are clapping. Everyone's excited. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. So good to have you. Did they tell you to dress good? Because, like, you're outshining all of us now.
Oh, no, it's for the youth?
It's for the youth. It's for the youth.
Trying to look young.
I know you are young. What do you mean? But congratulations. This year marks such an incredible milestone. 22 years of doing what you're doing with the projects that you continue to spearhead. And we need it in South Africa. So what is this year all about? And what inspired you to introduce this project?
It's very important to state that this program is about professionalism and also about young people that comes from all the church musicians, also from the Klopse background, and then this gives them a platform to be mentored by the most professionalists in the jazz world as well. So it's very instrumental based, and then they perform again at the International Jazz Festival. So we are that particular program. And people like Zoe Mudijas, she came from the program as per se. And the mentors that we have this year, besides Professor Amanda Tiffin, is also participants previously. And I want to mention especially Bradley van Skalkwyk. He was a participant and this year he is a mentor.
Wow.
And also Chadley Gowa, who's a brilliant bass guitarist. He is then again also a mentor. So it is about giving back as well. Right. And Youth Month is about empowerment, it's about skills development, and we doing it for the generations to come, so that our jazz, and we want to say this year, it's tonight at 7 o'clock at Artscape, 14 exceptional young people, but also dedication to Rashid Lombard and our late Alvin Dyers.
That is so stunning, and I love the fact that you said it's a full circle moment. Who was once the student is now the coach, and vice versa. And we want to see more of this. I also love Zoe Mudija. Wow, what a woman. Okay, let's get into the audition process, because you selected participants that are 14 young musicians. So what process did they have to go through in order to get to where they are now?
We have the young youth soloists. He go with the education department. They have the youth bands. With the soloists, they send in a video and we audition them.
Right.
50% more has applied, so that's why we're having 14. Over to you, Hugo.
Yes, and with the school bands, it's a huge developmental aspect. So we also have a kind of audition process, but it's more an expression of interest from schools offering music as a subject. And then we've looked at putting a show together to celebrate the various skill sets. Marlene just mentioned the klopse and the church band. So when you look at the music class, I mean, this whole project is like kind of the music class we dream of, the diversity we want. The child who's had the privilege of primary school instrumental tuition, another one who's just come through the klopse or Christmas bands or church, and others who have their first formal music tuition in grade 10. And so we looked from that expression of interest to get a selection to give more of the different contexts in the music field and have a developmental aspect there to celebrate our various schools and different ways of making music. So.
100%. And I love the fact that we're also focusing on jazz, because it could be a dying genre, but no, we're keeping it alive and well because it's so special and also so dear to the Western Cape. So I love to see that continue. Now, when it comes to the youth, I know that we are inspiring them and keeping them alert of what's happening around them. But what would you say to also encourage them to participate in something like this?
I think most important is about discipline. It's about honing your skills. And then thirdly, the month-long program is about South African repertoire musicianship, but also compositions. And one of the major things is that we got also Nomfundo Kaluva Jantjies in, who is one of our major composers and vocalists. So we give these young people the best so that they can be the best for us out in the world.
Stunning, and thank you for doing that.
It's all about collaboration.
Yes.
I mean, if you can learn about collaboration at a young age,
then that's it.
That's it.
Because often it's competition, but no, we can collab together.
That's why this is good. It's a festival.
Exactly.
You know, competition of horses. We make music together and we enjoy it, you know?
And that's what it's about at the end of the day. So thank you so much for the work that you're doing. And it's so evident. And I can't wait for the next generation to enjoy the fruits of that labor. So we're going to hand over, speaking about next generation, to the youth of tomorrow when it comes to great music. And they've got you covered.
Now, I know Hugo says it's not a competition, but looking in the eyes of the learners from Fairburn College, I think it just might be. This is an absolute beauty, a standard that they are going to bring to life in a completely new way. It's Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by the incredible Gloria Bosman. Ladies and gentlemen, Fairburn College.
True love was true. smoke, it's in your eyes. Yeah. It's in your eyes. It's in your eyes. No, you can't see a thing. You can't see a thing. You got smoke. It's in your eyes. Smoke. It's in your eyes. Smoke.
Okay, now you're just showing off. Now you're just smoke got in my eye, okay? I'm just so proud at the moment. That was amazing. Feel good, hey? Nod your heads. I think so. If there's a performance tonight, there's a performance tomorrow, and if you want the plug-in, if you want to see some of the best young jazz artists in the country, you can hit Artscape, dial a seat 021-421-7695, or just hit their website, artscape.co.za, and please scream louder than you ever have before because they deserve it. One more performance coming your way. We'll see you now. Well done, guys. Well done.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome to the Piping Hot Takes, where we sip, we stir, and we serve our bold opinions, all with a cup of Jacobs in hand. So let's dive into today's hottest coffee debates and see where we land. And I've got one to start us off, which is quite strong.
We're going mocha, baby. We're going caramel mocha because we can. I got into trouble when we were shooting an insert. I think I was like fly fishing or doing something super relaxed and having a beautiful little moment. And then I started eating the stuff out of the sachet because it's so delicious. I think we went through about 4 or 5 sachets before I was allowed to actually shoot the thing. But it is
funny. Did you catch
absolutely gorgeous. But look, as you stir it, look at that froth that just starts to kick in there. I actually like to leave a little bit of the
On
crunchy
top,
bits
eh?
on top, just because I'm silly.
Graham, you know how to
It's
do this
absolutely-
right.
I've filmed all over the country having Jacob's moments in the most awesome and random places because you can. And that's, that's what coffee is for us. Come on. Let's be honest. Is the rise of oat milk just a passing trend? Or is it here to stay in the coffee world? These are the kind of questions that get fostered when we
That's a
drink
hectic
coffee.
question,
You were
okay.
rolling your eyes.
No, I'm not. I'm actually smiling because I drink oat milk all the time.
Oh, really? Why
Yeah.
is that?
I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm going to risk it for this. Because I have a flat white with oat milk. It just is creamy. It performs well. Because some milk alternatives, they don't froth. They're not thick enough to give you that milk feel.
Yeah.
Oat definitely does that.
I feel like you've had this discussion with a barista before,
Many
many
people.
baristas. So I apologize to all the baristas out there who've had to go through this conversation. I'm sure there are many who have enjoyed my conversations as well. So I'm going to put this to you. Is it possible for coffee to be too strong? What a silly
Yes.
question. What's your perfect balance between boldness and smoothness?
You say no to that.
No.
I've made you coffee once, Gray, and as I was putting the coffee...
How many
going.
spoons of coffee
I
do
think
I
it was
have?
5.
Yeah, probably.
said
It
keep
depends
going.
which coffee. No, with the Jacobs, with the
True.
Kroning, you get the flavor pack,
Yes,
okay?
you do. You
So-
only need like one and a half of those.
3. But no, I love strong coffee because I do enjoy the flavor profile as well. And there's also the psychosomatic thing here, which I know is not true because the stronger flavor doesn't mean the stronger caffeine content.
coffee.
It's not true. Okay, but there's a part of me that believes that. So maybe my first cup is really strong.
Right. I'm quite sensitive to caffeine, so I sometimes even do the Jacobs decaf.
Decaf.
I've got
Tastes just as good.
I've got a thing in my house with that because I only am allowed 1 cup a day. All right. With so many new brewing gadgets on the market, I like this one. Do you think they're just hype, or are they genuinely changing the way that we enjoy coffee?
Definitely. Home
Yeah.
convenience, 100%.
Right.
Also, the coffee producers, if you think of how far Jacobs have gone to give us the best quality coffee in a number of different modes,
Yeah.
I love that because once you like a flavor profile, and they've taken us on a journey to Southeast Asia, to Vietnam, they've really introduced us to some beautiful, quite nuanced flavors, African flavor profiles.
Brazilian.
And once you like it, you like it. And it's a very nuanced thing. I sound like a proper coffee snob
You are a
right now.
connoisseur.
Well, I mean, we work on a breakfast show, so I should be a coffee snob. No, I just love that you can now, for convenience sake, just press a button and get it, or you can take the time, brew it slowly yourself.
Grab a sachet.
You know, or you can bring in your own little mini
That's my
barista
tool.
in your pocket,
Yes,
yeah, and just
exactly.
whip it up. I love that.
At any time, any day, on a mountain, in the sea, wherever you are, grab yourself a coffee. Okay, here's one. I gotta ask you this. If you
Okay.
could only drink one type of coffee for the rest of your life, okay, I'm gonna give you options though.
Okay.
Espresso, cappuccino, or cold brew, which one would you choose?
I hate to say it, but I'd probably espresso.
Yeah, you're going
To be quite honest,
petrol straight to
I
the
might as
tank.
well. I mean, if I could do it intravenously, I probably would, but then I would lose out on the taste,
The experience.
the enjoyment of the taste, because I do love this kind of flavor profile. So I'd probably go, because I often find a cappuccino maybe a bit too milky, so I'll tend towards a cortado or a shorter.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying?
I haven't heard that one before.
I know. Well, baristas in like Italy hadn't heard it either, so I'm pretty sure South Africans came up with the cortado because we just like beautiful,
We
strong
like things.
coffee, man.
We do. I like a flat white. It wasn't on the option, but that's what I'm going for.
Off you go.
And that's it for today's pour of piping hot takes. Now, whether you agreed, disagreed, or just kind of sat on the fence and sipped along, that's okay. Always room for more brews and bold opinions with our friends at Jacobs.
Who says no to a cappuccino? Jacobs, wunderbar.
Right, you could be drinking premium coffee all day, every day for the rest of your life. Actually, if you become the next multi-millionaire by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus. I am very excited because it's 42 million rand. Come on, that's the total estimated jackpot this Friday, so please don't get left behind. You can play your Powerball for 24 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 18 million rand. Go and get those tickets now.
It's a lot of coffee. I can imagine the hill of copies will sit on. Buy your
I'll
tickets.
swim in it like coffee angels.
I would love to see that. Buy your angels now in store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529 hash for all USSD. Now, we posted all these details on our Expresso social pages, so go and check them out. Don't miss out your opportunity to Panda Push Up Play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 42 million rand in total estimated jackpots, and you could both hit it lucky and make coffee angels in the ground.
It's going to happen. Please post pictures. Well, vuurwarm, that's what I'm feeling. And of course, Sean Scrooby is here from Vuur. I hope I say it right, because you've got to do it justice. He is going to cook up, braai up a storm for us in just a moment. Cannot wait.
And it is Youth Month, so let's continue shining a spotlight on the youth of South Africa today as we cheers to your last trip.
How do you have any left? Slow down.
Savoring.
When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You know they say Friday the 13th is unlucky, in case you didn't check your calendar today. But honestly, how unlucky can we really be when we've got two of the most boldest, funniest, and unapologetic voices in the comedy theatre game joining us on our couch today? I'm counting myself very lucky. We've got Sophie Jones and Celine Chico, who are very talented performers, heading to the National Arts Festival this June as part of the Spark Hub Collective. Now, that is a curated platform celebrating South Africa's freshest voices in the arts, with solo shows that tackle everything from bad boyfriends and capitalism to French clowns and the absurdity of online culture. It's definitely going to be a youth month to remember, so we can't wait to get into it. Please help me in welcoming our wonderful ladies, Sophie and Celine. Yes. Graham always says we have a studio audience. Was that your mom? Did she come and say? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. We'll work on that one day. I'm trying my jokes on comedians. Why would I do that? All right, Sophie, let's start with you. You've got a new show that is here. You're going to have to help me with the name and then also break down what it's all about as if this is an elevator pitch. So
yeah.
Let's start with the name.
I'm ready, hot to go.
Okay.
So my new show is called Netplix.
Netplix.
With a PH, but the H is silent. I've made it as a live theatre performance in which, in an hour, I perform the whole of the online streaming platform as a theatre piece.
What? Across all genres?
Every single show. It's amazing.
Cool.
I don't know how I do it.
We want to know how you do it.
Well, I think my intention for making the show is that a lot of people consume stories through online streaming platforms. And I am so passionate about the ancient art form of live storytelling and that special magical connection between an audience and a performer. And in making the show, I hope to restore that ancient art and remind people why theatre is just so magical.
Oh man, because I feel like as we are moving into the online streaming space, people are forgetting that this has been coming along for so long when it comes to storytelling, like you're saying. So when it comes to these youth truths that you speak to, that young people can even take a note on, what exactly are you covering?
Well, I think sometimes in the online world, we get shown the best picture of a picture perfect. I think a lot of international shows really, you know, everyone's good looking and fresh and polished. But what I love about theatre is it's really raw and really honest. And I think today we live in a world that is increasingly divided by algorithms that are designed to alienate us from each other. But when you're in a theatre with a room full of strangers, and someone speaking their truth live in front of you, it's very hard to reduce them to a meme or a gimmick. And that's what I'm all about and what Spark in the Dark is about. We have a motto, which is more live storytelling more often. So that's what we're trying to bring to the world and trying to bring to the National Arts Festival.
Yes, and thank you for your work. Thank you both for your service. I think it's so beautiful what you touch on. And you've obviously also been here before, Celine, but I got to ask you, what exactly makes a bad African?
Well, to qualify as a bad African, you need to be a disappointment to your parents. Yeah, those are the barriers to entry. Very exclusive club. Yeah, that's what bad African means.
Okay, and this is drawing from the title of a piece you're doing. So can you tell me more about it? Break it down for me.
Yes, this is drawing from, so my solo show is called Bad African, and it's called a musical comedy from the family disappointment. That's me. I wear the crown.
Head of the club, she said.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and it's a solo show that is drawn a lot from my life experience, being a Congolese person who grew up in South Africa, having both of those backgrounds, and feeling like I'm both and neither. And so I took all of those crippling identity issues and I made a whole show about it, and in song.
I love that. I love it when we actually turn trauma into comedy. I just think it's the best way to deal with it, honestly.
Yes.
Let's laugh together and maybe shed a tear or two, and then we'll be okay.
Yeah.
But we know that you do a lot of online content and online skits. So what was that experience changing from that into a live theatre performance?
Yeah, I think that the online skits were created for that medium. You know, so it is, you know, capitalism, no worries if not. It was all created for to be consumed on the phone. And so all it did is that it let people know my personality, my politics, so that when they come see me live, they know that the person they're getting is the same person. But it was really lovely to translate it into live theatre, because then I get to tell the story that is a lot more personal and a lot less to be like a little 40-second consumable product. And that feels more like an engagement with a group of people. And that's the art of live theatre.
Oh, ladies, can I tell you I'm obsessed with the both of you. This is so beautiful, the work that you're doing. And I know that the National Arts Festival is going to be so much richer with the work that you're bringing as well. But it is Youth Month. We cannot forget this. And it's Youth Day on Monday. So if you do have a message for the youth, maybe a younger Sophie or a younger Celine, what would you tell them right now?
Well, I think we're in a time when theatre is going to have a massive rise as people long for that in-person connection.
Absolutely.
The National Arts Festival has always been, historically, for over 50 years, the launching pad for so many young artists. And that's why it's important for us to be here. We're taking 14 different, brand new, original, many autobiographical one-man shows to the National Arts Festival. And I think it's really important that young artists get that chance to have a launching pad, to kickstart their careers, to be seen by the nation at the biggest fringe theatre. And we've just been amazed at the overwhelming support that we've got for it. And we need artists. We need the new generation. We're fresh off the backs of COVID, which knocked us down. But now's our time. We're running up that hill.
And there'll be water waiting for you at the top. Don't worry. Celine, one sentence to just encourage or even inspire the youth right now. No pressure.
I think your story is important. Your people will find you. You will find your people. I think, yeah, art is important. It really, really is important. Don't sideline it, and just follow that passion. That's what I would
Beautiful. And
say.
thank you guys for following your passion. It is so evident and it's so beautiful. And we can't wait to have you back to tell us how excellent of a time that you had out in Grahamstown. We can't wait for that. For now, though, I don't know if you can smell the braai happening in the air.
Yes.
We want to know where it's coming from. Please, Graham.
Oh man, we're at risk of overburning some beautiful meat to fire up the grill for the long weekend. Baby Sean Scrooby is here. He's the amazing head chef and owner at the incredible Vuur restaurant. It is a place where you will find your spiritual animal if you're into braaiing, but we've brought the braai into the studio for some inspiration for the long weekend, and we are whipping up something beautiful. If you like surf and turf, we're going to turn it on its head. We're going to put it in a giant taco, and we're going to grip it, and we're going to rip it. Sean can enter the fray because I need you, man. I think one of us needs to turn these skewers, dude.
Well, thanks. Let's quickly turn this around. And, you know, we always have to do this for television, preheat it a little bit. But, you know, let's turn this around. And,
how's this looking there, man?
I think, you know, I like a little bit of char around my meat. Because
otherwise, why are you doing it on the fire, right?
Exactly, exactly. So what we're going to do today, Graham, we're going to make something really, really easy. This Sunday is Father's Day, you know? And there's the days that, I mean, I braai at the restaurant 5 days a week. I don't really want to braai another day, you know, but I do because I really
because
love
that's how
the
you
fire.
wired,
You know?
yeah.
So we're going to make something really easy. And what Woolies does, they make it so easy for us, you know? There's got a marinated range, there's a heat and eat range. So what we're going to do is we're going to make like, you know, almost like a taco style, but because we've, from the Cape, we love the naan bread. So, you know, Graham, I worked as a 16-year-old in this wonderful culinary institution called the Spur. And there I met this thing called the surf and turf. So I'm got this, what we'll do is taste.
Okay, so we've got the turf right
We've
there.
got the turf coming out here. And this is some rump sasatis or kebabs, you know. It's already marinated, so it's nice and flavorful. So we are going to, of course, add to that some prawns. Let's trade places. I'm going to give you that one. So I've got in a pan here a little bit of oil, but I'm going to add in some garlic butter. Now it's already, you don't have to chop the garlic, not the herbs, everything. It's already there. You can just pop it in. And what I'm going to do is just let the flavors go, because you can already, I mean, viewers, if you could already smell this, it would have been amazing.
You'll find, if you look really closely, just next to on the back of the TV, you'll find the smell button. You press it and the smells start coming out.
Yes.
No, it's not true.
So I've got now this already, I mean, you buy in a packet, it's already done for you. It's already
all the hard yards
peeled.
are done,
Exactly, you know. So some prawns in there, and I'm just going to saute them.
And those are a decent size as well, which is great. So you've got a lot of meat on there. What incidentally makes the surf and turf such a good marriage? Why is this a hit?
You know, I must say, you know, I'm a sucker for mixing flavors. You know, sweet and sour, sweet and salty. And the thing about the surf and turf, you know, generally what you find with the prawns is, it's almost like if you don't overcook it, of course, it's nice and sweet almost, and that adds a different texture to your meat. Now, I must say that I'm a sucker for crayfish, but we can't do that anymore, you know, too much, so it's too bloody expensive, you know, so we are going to have...
We've got to work with what we've
exactly.
got.
So we've got this prawn.
Was that the most first world problem anyone's ever had? Oh, we're going to have to deal with the prawns because we can't do the crayfish.
Exactly. So I've got my, you can see them, they're nice and just a little bit of color in because I don't want to overcook them too much. So I'm going to let them rest there. I'm putting off my heat.
They're bathing, if you will.
Exactly. Now we've got this heat and eat range, you know, like, as I said, like they really make it easy for us.
I will often order in a curry when I'm too lazy to make it, but then I'll still go and buy my naan, my heat and eat.
Yes.
There's something about the freshness of doing it in your own kitchen, and they've nailed the flavor profile.
Exactly. You get the you know, the ciabattas with the garlic bread, like garlic butter and everything. So I'm just going to pop them on there. You don't want them to be too long on there because otherwise they get too hard. So I'm going to just heat them up Give them a little bit of that flavor, that smokiness, and of course, is nothing wrong with that marinade that's sticking to your fry.
You've got
to
gold
just
there.
add it to the extra flavor. Now, I'm just heating it up slightly, and then what we'll do is we'll get over to plating, because we've got ready. We've got our naan, we've got our kebab, we've got our prawns, and we're gonna all put it together now. So, I'm not going to plate it on a plate because
Why? Because why?
Exactly. We're going to make it lovely easy. Just take your good
And
old...
we did a survey the other day. 9 out of 10 dads prefer eating off a chunk of wood.
Exactly. You call it plunky steak, you know, after all, that's what you want. So I've got my naan now. That's ready. You can see it's nice and toasted.
Griddle, man. Nice.
And I could almost call this like a South African taco.
For
you know,
sure.
because we love, I mean, the tacos are so small, you know, you don't want that. So
and then it
here,
crunches and you lose half of it.
Exactly.
Nice.
So here, nice and big, you can literally take your little kebab, put it into your hand, and just wring it off there. Now, like, bring it off there.
But was I joking when I said grip it and
Exactly.
rip it?
So come in close, guys, because this is where you want to be. Like, just bring off that meat, and now I've got it all over the plate, and I'm just going to place it all really, really nicely. And it's easy to eat. It's the right size. It's ready to go almost. Now.
And it's kind of fine dining braai. It kind of feels like an elevated braai experience, and sometimes you want your guests to have that, like, oh wow, I've never had this before.
That's you know, that's what we do at the restaurant. You know, I don't call it fine dining, I call it refined dining. You know, and it just makes it a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna just look here. I'm very hungry this morning. So let's just add.
We're making you work, so you worked up an appetite. Okay.
Now I'm going to take some of this, bring this over here. And I'm just going to take some of my, some of the little prawns, and I'm going to put it on in between, you know, bring in
Looks beautiful.
That little bit of seafood
I'm
all
just
over
thinking,
the plate.
If you are braaiing in a camping situation close to the sea, I'm thinking kind of the wild coast, something like this. You can imagine how many elements come together in a dish like this. There's something wild, there's something refined about it, there's something braai, there's something restaurant. This is a beautiful fusion of amazing things, dude. Wow.
Now, what we do is we've got some, you know, we've got some saltiness there. The barbecue, there's almost like sweetness of the barbecue. Now, what it misses is a little bit of acidity. And you get this lovely pickled red onions, because I'm a sucker for red onions. I'm going to just take it out of the plate in there, and then put all that, because we're going to plate this over with the onions itself. Now,
just to offset, because it is quite rich, so this kind of cuts through that. Okay.
Exactly. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with like this lovely color, putting it all over the plate, you know? We're going to just move that in there, and then I love a bit of creaminess, so we've got, you know, some roasted garlic, just to add a little bit of flavor.
It's kind of like your own aioli in a bottle,
Exactly.
man.
And I'm just adding that straight on there. Now, we've got some, a little bit of coriander. I'm just gonna fix it over to give us some green, and then maybe some lime juice, and, you know, squeeze it over there. A little bit of salt to finish up. And of course,
this is why.
Now you can literally take this bang and eat it right like this, you know? I'm not going to do it because it's going to go all over the place.
It's okay. We don't do bites for TV in this space. Buddy, you are a genius. The way this came together so beautifully, so effortlessly. Don't overcook your prawns.
Exactly.
Honor the beautiful ingredients that you have, and find these braai staples at Woolies right now. Push the boat out a little bit. Have a little bit of fun with your dad. And yes, if he wants to braai on Father's Day, let him, okay? Just let him. Oh, you're a legend, dude.
Thanks, man.
Hey?
We would definitely get in.
And you know, my dad did say that he wanted something different for Father's Day, so this definitely will be added to the menu. A nice little tapas menu for our fathers and father figures this coming Sunday. And also, no effort, no time in the kitchen, and it will turn out so good. Surf and turf is exactly what the doctor ordered. Well, listen, what else is ordered is some goodness when it comes to entertainment, and we've got the great students of Alexander Sinton standing by, and they're going to be performing one of my dad's favorite songs. It is Incognito, Still a Friend of Mine, straight after this.
In celebration of World Herb and Spice Day, we're giving you the chance to win a flavor-packed Cape Herb and Spice hamper to take your cooking to the next level.
To enter, simply tell us how Cape Herb and Spice has helped you spice up your cooking game. Don't forget to use hashtag Cape Herb and Spice in your answer. Competition closes Friday the 13th of June. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. It is your feel-good breakfast show. We've had such a crazy day today, from lizards all the way into eating a nice little surf and turf. And right now, we want you to become the next multi-millionaire when you play Powerball, and also Powerball Plus for 42 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Friday. So don't get left behind. Play Powerball for an estimated 24 million, and then you get Powerball Plus for another 18 million rand. That sounds great.
So now, do you play both?
You
do you
do.
play one? Are
No.
you more lucky playing one or the other? No, you play them both. Come on. And you can get your tickets in store as soon as they open. You can go online right now to nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking app. There's generally a little drop down in there. Or you can dial *120 *7529# for USSD right now on your phone.
Absolutely. And while you're there, go check us out at Expresso Show. All the details will be there for you. All the pictures, all the viral moments. And then Panda Pusher play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 42 million rand and total estimated jackpots today. And I'm saying to you that you could hit it lucky, so take your chances.
Oh, man, good luck. Okay, well, I need a chance to recalibrate after the most amazing show and weekend. Alexander Sinton High School are going to give us that moment right now. They are here to perform Still a Friend of Mine by Incognito. Take it away, superstars.
If you're watching this live, join us and sing Still a Friend of Mine.
You know it's true as trees are tall. Autumn needs to fall.
Oh, it sometimes rains in paradise, and even the warmest heart can turn to ice.
I know what happens to us all. Every kind of people fall.
Oh, and after all the tears are gone, do we have the heart to carry on?
Here and now, still somehow, still a friend of mine, or still a friend of mine, still a friend of mine, or still a friend of mine, still a friend of mine, or still a friend of mine.
So think of